in episode 190. Like 19th Street, the little area I grew up by, that's basically this with a zero at the end. So, you know, we home with it. Critically Unfocused Podcast. There's one voice. There's
two
voices. There's
three of them, you bitch.
You heard that shit. Everybody in this bitch, man. What's going on with y'all? We live, man.
Just hanging out in my library. Nothing special going on. Just kicking it. That's all I got.
I think you scared your mic away. It was fine 2 seconds ago. I don't know what.
That's because I barked in it. It was like I need to.
It corrected itself.
Did you say your library?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Recording from my library.
Okay.
497 books in this motherfucker.
Are you all deeded up over there?
I am deeded up. I didn't like that the black excellence. I'm deeded up. He told him I was gone. I was deeded up. I was playing a character with me somewhere. I can't say. I signed an NDA.
Okay.
I felt like the black excellence was escaping me. You guys was succeeding in all that shit, buying houses and stuff. So I was like, well, why not me? Like Russell Westbrook.
He went a level above and bought a house at the library. Asshole.
I gotta find a way to stun on these hoes, man. For me, I ain't got much going on. Hairline kind of creeping away. I gotta find something to do.
They're twisted tight though. He's going crazy over there.
Hey, look, Derrick Henry had this motherfucker when he ran for 2
You hear me? Oh, you trying to have dinner with Adam Sandler too? I see you.
Hey, we going to run a 5K tomorrow. I'm finished matching in 25 minutes. I don't. What Adam Sandler do?
Derrick Henry, like I guess like that's like his favorite actor. Yeah, he said like if he runs for 2,000 yards this year, then he gets to be in a movie and have dinner with him.
When he says be in a movie, I need him to be like Kevin Garnett and Uncut Gems. Like I need him acting for real. Don't just have him like on the screen.
No, he could be like Lamar.
Do more movies because I thought he was good in that basketball movie.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, no.
He just need to be in front of a camera more. Honestly, like anytime he's in front of a camera, it's electric.
It is
good. Yeah, man. He got that personality, man. Like he's
put Sam Jackson and Kevin Garnett in a movie together. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Lord. Motherfucker.
Coach Carter finally made it to the NBA. You used the makeup and stuff. You de-aged KG a little bit, so he got like the, maybe get his hair back. So he looked
shit. I didn't even think about the transition.
He got to like lock him in. Like, oh, you could be the greatest of all time, Lord.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna walk back some of my. Like, I don't call it Sam Jackson hate, but I'm just gonna walk back some of my call outs of him.
Oh, it was hating.
It wasn't hate. It wasn't hate. It wasn't hate. I don't think because I appreciate the legend.
You said he ain't got no range.
I did say he was bagless, but
no, that brother's bag is deep.
The deepest of bags.
Yeah, the lifetime bag. I didn't know all that about him. I watched that interview. It was very eye opening.
I didn't know that nigga was smoking crack with his baby upstairs. I didn't realize
civil rights icon, bass head.
Oh my dog, man.
Legendary actor. Is he what?
Does he have merch? He got like a merch site?
He's got to have a website. What do you mean? He definitely got a Kangol sponsorship.
I want like a shirt with just like him, just like in like some of his roles on his shirt.
You could probably Etsy that.
Yeah, I was about to say you can make that. They'd be like,
but if he had an
airbrush,
it was
like
him.
No limit type style shirt.
Let's see, SamuelJackson.com. What they got, man?
There is no official website for Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
Hey,
what's the L stand for?
Luther.
Lamont Travius.
Leroy. Also black.
Okay. Leroy and Lamont Travius is the same name, just 2 generations apart.
Oh man.
Low key.
I found his website.
Nah, you don't get scared. Hey, don't put your credit card in that website, my brother.
No, look, this him. It says Samuel Jackson, bro. Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, you're about to piss me off.
No, that's not your man. Sorry.
Nah, you're about to piss me off.
He's like the nigga that was laying on that pallet and that lion walked away.
Oh, come on. What you mean? He was like AI?
The lion smelling spoiled food and be like, I'm good.
Like, hey, yo, what the fuck is that?
That lion was like, this tikka masala is 2 weeks old.
See, now you put that on it, now it gets messed up. You didn't have to do that.
Why we need to be on kick. This is a great time to slam the least. I don't think any of them have the internet at the moment.
Oh.
Fair point.
Yeah, I think we're lit.
Oh man. Well,
oh, this shit's strong as hell. God damn.
where we going first, y'all?
I don't know. I don't got my jumper yet. Somebody sent me a screen or something.
Okay, let me run y'all.
Like regular, do it to you, Tyrell.
What'd you say?
Got a brownie kick
like
to
the regular, don't you? Fuck you.
It does. It does taste like the regular Hennessy, Jamal.
You think so? I think it tastes like VSOP kind of. I feel like regular Henny tastes better than this.
Oh, I mean, it is VSOP. It's very special. Times LeBron James.
Oh shit. Okay, so it is VSOP.
Yeah.
Dog, this shit's nastier than the. I think the regular is fine. Obviously, Henny White is pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like Henny Black?
Yeah, that shit's spicy. That shit tastes like you drinking pepper.
I'm so scared to try that, but I do want to try it.
No, that shit's hard. It come in like a carbon fiber bottle, or like the bottle has carbon fiber like print all over it. That shit's tough.
Nah, I might have to get it.
Damn, so how'd that LeBron roll off the tongue? What was he saying? We had an interruption.
Oh no, we was talking about buying Hennessy Black, wasn't we?
I feel like I haven't seen anybody drink that shit in years. I feel like they don't even sell it anymore.
Nah, I definitely saw that Safeway not too long ago. Because I was thinking about getting a bottle of that shit.
Is it good?
I've never had it before.
I wouldn't say it's good.
It's probably terrible.
It seems hella spicy. It seems like they mixed it with something.
What's that one tequila called that was like super trendy on social media where like every bottle is like
Tres
one
Azul?
of a one?
Oh.
Is that it's like the white and blue bottle, but it's made out of glass.
Oh, Clase Azul.
Clase
Azul. Yeah, have you ever had the black one of that?
Fuck no. That's probably or not a Añejo, but mezcal, I'm sure.
That shit is terrible.
Yeah, mezcal stinks, bro.
I have to imagine that's mezcal. Hold on. Azul Black.
I got a homie that loves mezcal too.
Oh no, it's extra Añejo. Yeah.
Añejo, cool.
That bottle is clean though.
Yeah, it's a Total Wine got this motherfucker for $2,200. Oh no, there's another black bottle that's $400, and that's a mezcal.
Okay,
I imagine you didn't have the $3,000 bottle.
Whatever one Michael brought back from Mexico.
So he may have.
Yeah, nah, because if it's the $489, he probably got that in Mexico for about $210 or something like that.
Probably, yeah. Shit, I need to get some more Henny. I don't got no more of that shit now.
Go get your passport stamp, bro.
Do you know right where to go? Can't you just go up north?
I don't know. I thought you had to go down south to get it. I don't think they had it.
Yeah, it's in the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's not up there.
I still ain't never had none. Y'all just stingy.
What do you want me to baby bird you something via FedEx?
Maybe.
Okay, I got you. Next time when Jamal goes in
I'm gonna be there for the draft, man. So just
Okay, yep, that's good to know.
Oh, are you dead ass like Philly come out here for the draft next draft?
Hell yeah.
Oh, all right. Man.
That's the plan. He better be. If he done, I'm telling all kind of lies about him.
No, I got it. My problem is when I come up there though, like especially if I'm just trying to come up there for that quick weekend to do the draft, it's like impossible for me to go to the Pacific Northwest and have that be the case. Like I have to go see everybody, like all my family and everything, and they're spread out from Everett to Tacoma, so it's like it's an ordeal.
For the draft, you just got to tell them like, hey, I'm coming on a mission. All right,
I'm
coming home to fund Brinley's 50 or 529 account. I'm trying to send my baby to college with these winners. Mom, I can't see you.
I'm gonna just tell y'all, don't take any pictures of me, cut me out of any recordings, don't put me on no live. I'm not here.
Somebody put you on the Instagram story and your mom flight at your house.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now, nigga, I know this is a lie.
I can't have it.
I respect it. Well,
y'all think they got E&J Black?
Yes.
I think E&J is just black by default.
It's not called black. Hold on, because they got an E&J out. Damn, this is about to sound so greasy. I used to the blue and the Grand Reserve. It's like double the price, so it's like $24 or something like that.
That nigga said Grand Reserve for a $25 bottle.
That's a fancy ass name for a not fancy price.
Grand Reserve.
It was more than 20. Oh no, it's $16.99. Okay.
That was after the 20% tax.
That nigga bought fancy E&J, bro.
25 after the tax is crazy.
This is like a military website. That's why it's so cheap.
I bet.
Hell no.
This nigga on Walmart.com.
Hey, I don't care.
Costco.
Hey, I don't care.
This is a military website. Somewhere at the business center.
Yeah, they do.
At the business center for sure.
Going to Costco and buying E&J is fucking crazy.
That's a violation.
Yeah, I think I only drink E&J when Tyrell got it.
I hate how you say that because we only had it together one time.
I might have had a one-time move with Tony.
Like 2-3 times.
Hold on, let me see if I still remember how to. Or if I still remember how to do this.
I'll never forget. I'm not gonna say his name on here because that's hot. But I think it was Diggy and
who the fuck could this be?
It was Diggy and I forget who. Diggy stayed with somebody. He had a dope ass party at one of the little townhomes downtown.
So
like. All right.
Oh.
That is fucking insane.
Oh, I hope they listen to this. Oh,
that is insane. Oh. This nigga. Everybody, Blake's been drinking.
This guy Kirkland Lager got him off his ass. Oh,
Blake's been drinking, but nah. Hey man, bring a bottle. You come to the function, whatever. And then like one of the homies, I'm gonna type his name in so you guys can laugh. But yeah, like somebody drunk like some of his E&J, right? And he like held up like, "Hey man, who been drinking my bottle, man?" Like nobody said nothing. So then like maybe like I thought that was Miko, that third one. No, but wow. I thought that was Miko.
You got the Mr. Potato Head.
Shout out to my nigga Miko, man. Seattle up, if that's what they say out there. But yeah, nah. Did y'all see the name I put in the chat? That's who brought the E&J.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
So like 30, 45 minutes.
And you spelled it like his handle. That's funny.
Yeah, I
like, you gave him the article of stuff.
I hate Blake. But yeah, so then like 45 minutes later, bro, like the bottle of E&J was pretty much all gone. He like slammed it on the counter. Like, hey man, what the fuck? Yo, nobody throw in on this bottle. Who the fuck drink up all my shit, man?
You can't do that.
$20-something. Like he was just tripping. There's like a hose around, and bro, there's like some good looking chicks at this party. It was like, yo, bro, you scaring the hoes, bro. You about to crash out over an E&J bottle.
I have to imagine that you could feel the wind shift when the pussy slammed shut when them bitches seen a nigga crashing out over E&J. But also, you're kind of crazy for drinking a random bottle of E&J because whoever brought the E&J is likely to be like, I can only afford E&J. You're not like, oh, I brought E&J when I could have got Jameson or like, anything.
But this was like 2013, 2014. So like early 20s.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna keep it $150. I am crashing out.
Yeah, so there's
bottles a big deal back then.
There's Absolute, Smirnoff,
yuck,
the cheap ass Jose Cuervo tequila.
Hey, and honestly, on his behalf, you gotta, if you don't act like that over your bottle, you gotta keep it with you. Just walk around with your bottle.
Nah.
Act like you pour in your cup the whole time or something. Like you don't just leave it on the counter, expect niggas not to drink it.
Nah, this was when we used to get the Absolute vodka, but we'd recycle our what's the Diddy vodka?
Ciroc.
We used to keep a Ciroc bottle. We just pour like cheap ass vodka in there and just bring that to the parties.
Hey, have y'all heard
like it was like trendy for Ciroc?
Have y'all heard the E&J song?
The
not yet.
The Hen one.
Oh my god, it's my shit. Hold on.
And when I'm feeling broke, E&J by my side, Henny like $40. This shit like 25. E&J.
Hey, $25 and you basically got Henny Light. Can you chill?
If you think about it, like I get it. It's just funny to say niggas. Hey, you brought E&J.
I seen a nigga the other day. He was like, I don't ever want to drink with somebody if they drinking something that got a first and last name. And it just made me think about my grandparents used to drink fucking Paul Masson and Christian Brothers. And it's like, I don't want to drink with nobody named Paul Masson. That
who is Paul Masson? We gonna get into him right now.
That's his spelled Mason.
Yeah, there's two S's though.
Okay. So it is Masson. Okay. It's Masson like niggas would spell Masson.
I've never had
French-born American winemaker.
I have not.
You never passed the Cavassier?
Nah, I gotta try it. I gotta try it out.
Yo, Paul Masson had Orson Welles doing advertising for him from 1978 to 1981.
Shout out to them.
Okay, salute.
Cavassier got some nice ass looking bottles.
This says in the 1970s, NASA bought Paul Masson rare cream sherry for a Skylab mission. They was getting freaky up there.
Wait. Wait, you telling me that Paul Masson has been on like the International Space Station?
It's been to space. Hold on.
Holy, what other liquors have been to space? Hold on. Paul Masson.
Unfortunately, this article only captures that one, but yeah. It says, unfortunately, the smell quickly permeated the cabin, making astronauts physically sick, and public pressure over taking alcohol into space led NASA to abandon their plans.
So they did that one, and they were like, okay, we can't do that again. So Paul Masson's the only nigga that's ever been to space.
Paul Masson had him twisted up there. They had to turn it down.
Shout out.
Hey, you can go into space. What's the first 3 things you're doing?
Jerking off at absolutely first.
Nah, if you're in zero G, what happens?
Yeah, bro, you just chilling with nuts floating around you the whole time. You're weird. This nigga's gay.
Nigga, I'm in space.
That nigga put the cartwheel into his own nut.
Better stop.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're on some baby shit.
Okay, I'm jerking off. Number 1, doing something hella strong. Like, what's the heaviest thing I could pick up here?
Yeah,
just so I could show the hoes. Look, nigga, I picked up a bus. Or
is that how it works?
Space. I don't, nigga. You're gonna be in like one of them shit, nigga.
Yeah, so I could pick up something large on the plane. You didn't say I'm on the International Space Station. That shit big. There's a lot of stuff on there.
I don't know if they're moving around like that in there. There's not like big open. It's all tubes.
Yeah, this nigga. What the fuck?
You think? All right. You guys trying to put logic on space. They can say, what would we do? The first thing you could do if you went to space?
I'm gonna try to drink some water.
There's not that much room for you to be doing all that.
I'm gonna do like one of them packs and squirt that in the air and like out the water and like.
Okay. You're driving the boat.
So you want to shoot it in the air and see who can hit on you?
Look, what are you doing in space, Jamal? Just hating. He gonna be up there hating on everybody else. Like, damn, that's what you do in space. That's crazy.
I think I just want to shoot it in the air. See,
you niggas immediately made space not sound fun.
Hey, as a man, why you want to go to space though?
Fellas,
why you want to go that far from women?
Yeah, why? As a man, why you want to be on a totally different planet from women?
That's crazy.
It's giving zest. I'm not gonna lie. It's giving zest.
Oh my god.
Is space gay, fellas?
I mean, think about how you get there. What you got to go right up there in.
Ooh. You got to go through a bunch of strenuous training,
and then you
most likely a bunch of men.
A giant metal phallic shape blast off.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But you at the tip of it.
It's not great.
Yeah, low key.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Is being an astronaut dick riding low key?
Nah, for real.
I don't know, man. Sometimes you just gotta ask these questions, man. Sometimes you just gotta ask.
This nigga's an astronaut. He need a new butt.
Why do you think they call it Astroglide? Look at it. It's right there. It's right there.
Bro, I never.
They've been trying to tell us.
That shit must gotta be like the best shit ever, bro. Because you can go pick that shit up at Walgreens right now.
It's the real final frontier.
Oh my god! Wow. No. That Diddy, man. I can't believe this, man. Some of this shit is crazy, bro. We've been gone for a little bit, so you see like so much has happened. Like Big U got locked up. Shout out to your fam. We're praying for you in this time of stress. Shout out to you. The Cassie and Diddy stuff has been going crazy.
I haven't seen anything in a few weeks. I feel like.
What else has gone on since we've been on a little hiatus?
Derek Carr retired.
The Pacers might be the best team in the NBA. Oh wait, are they winning right now?
OKC just won.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
111, 104. They came back and kind of put a belt to ass a little bit.
Damn. I wanted the Pacers to win too. Fuck.
Derek Carr retired.
Oh yeah, Derek Carr retired.
Shout out to him.
If you guys had to guess, what month has the most rocket launches in history? What month?
What month?
Yeah.
February.
Hell no, they're not doing that in Black History Month because they don't do like a Black History stack.
June. So look,
being an astronaut's really
another piece of evidence.
Hitting all the marks.
Yeah, being an astronaut might be gay.
Oh wow. When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay because I wanted to be an astronaut.
Astronaut, it's right there.
Yeah. That's
nice. Damn, I did want to be an astronaut as a kid.
I bet you did.
I did. I wanted to be that or a dentist. Astronaut, dentist, and
ass or mouth were his 2 options.
I remember hey Blake, remember on the Boss of All Bosses what Cam said I need that ATM ass to mouth. The ATA, the mouth to ass. No, he just reversed it.
That's your man's.
Oh, that's my goat, bro. Shout out, yeah.
Oh,
rapper
no.
/ Pulitzer Prize nominee journalist.
You better win something. That man's killing.
He interviewed the Punisher, bro.
They're from the same block.
I was gonna ask, how do you guys like think that guy got that name? But now that I think about it, yeah, it's probably his.
I don't think enough was said about the book that he wrote.
Oh, what book did he write?
So it's called In Search of Freezer Meat, and it's about erectile dysfunction and overcoming it because some girl called his bricked up wood freezer meat. Like he was hard as freezer meat.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yes. Hey, have you guys seen this video? It kind of reminded me of being an astronaut. I have this video up on the screen. It says, white folks don't do that. So he's asking basically like, what's the black people version of don't do that? Do you guys have any guesses what the black people version of don't do that would be if it's DIA?
That's Denver International Airport.
Okay, so you think it's Denver International Airport? For
sure. 1,000% has to be. There's all kinds of conspiracies around that place.
Jamal, do you have a guess of what black people would say if white people are saying don't do that and black people say something that has the acronym DIA? What are black people saying?
Dick and ass.
This man's ass it up, boy.
All right, black folks. DIA. Have you seen this video, Jamal?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, look at his forehead, bro.
Great. He asked the dude.
Hey, pause it.
Dick and
I told you.
Was that it?
Oh. Hold on. I'm just going to play it. Hold on. I'm going to play it.
Dick and ass?
Nah.
I don't know. What? I was supposed to guess what DIA is?
Yeah. What do black people say? What's the black version of don't do that? White people say don't do that. Black people say DIA. The D stands for don't.
Don't.
No. The D stands for do.
Do it again.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. That first answer was crazy.
I was like,
oh, Lord.
It's crazy that Jamal also said dick and ass without having seen it because people have been killing that nigga online. Because they're like, what kind of childhood did you have that dick and ass was the first thing you thought? Your mama say, don't do that. And Jamal goes, dick and ass?
You about to go viral for the worst reasons.
You niggas are spiritually freaky. Holy fuck.
That's bad news.
Intrinsically linked.
You gotta go do a darkness cleanse.
I'm gonna lay in a bathtub.
Check that shit out.
Oh, you know what else happened while we were gone? This is kind of skipping around a little bit. Anthony Richardson's fucking out of the league, basically.
Oh, he's trashed.
No, they said his shoulder. They said it was like a scare. They said he's expected to be fine by training camp.
I know you want him to play. That's 2 free games.
Even if he's not fine by training camp, I have no faith that he's beating out Daniel Jones in camp.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is in the white holy land right now. There's no way he's playing worse.
I think they invested a top 3. Was he was 3rd or the 5th pick?
He was the 4th pick.
Oh, yeah. Wow, okay.
And he's arguably been the worst quarterback in the league since he stepped in.
Yeah, you should know better than anybody in here, Jamal, that being that high of a pick does not guarantee you shit.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I'm just saying it's like they invested such a high pick. I do think they want to give him this year. Like, okay, if you're healthy, bro, we spent the 4th pick on you. You gotta play, or we can cut ties with you.
Or this would be a great year for you to not play because next year's draft has actual quarterbacks.
Jamal,
they're not going to be bad enough. I don't think they're going to be that bad.
Jamal,
to get a high pick.
What Anthony Richardson's completion percentage was last year?
It was 40 something, right?
43?
47%.
Yeah,
he's a sniper.
Do you know how many touchdowns and picks he threw last year?
12 and 12, 12 and 11, something like that.
8 touchdowns, 12 picks.
Okay. That's insane. Sit down.
How many games did he play last year?
Help your team.
Let me see. Last year he played 11 games.
Okay, 11 games then. No, man, some of those games were rough, man. It's just bro, you see them flashes. I see why people fuck up and take these risks at quarterbacks because you'll see, damn, He just shook 6 niggas and threw that ball like 80 yards on a dot.
Yeah, so he had 86 carries for 499 yards. He had 6 touchdowns.
Okay.
So like he was running for 45 yards a game, which I guess is fine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
If you're also throwing 12 picks, like you're throwing basically almost a pick a game, or just just under a pick a game. And I guess he scored 14 total touchdowns. But yeah, no, that 47% completion percentage ain't gonna fucking cut it.
Oh no, he's gotta take a leap.
No,
or show some decent improvement.
You try to play superstar mode on all Madden, your dude ain't level. That's what it looked like.
Yep. Yeah.
I just don't think like they're gonna be bad enough to like get like one of those. Like I don't think they're like 2-3 win bad.
I could definitely see them being 2-3 win. Like I don't know how much it matters, but like your owner died, your quarterback fucking stinks. Your only hope at quarterback is Daniel Jones.
Yeah, look who they got running the ship over there now.
If I'm not mistaken,
you got 3 bitches over here.
Chris Ballard's absolutely on the hot seat. I imagine that Shane Steichen's probably not on the hot seat, but he also probably is. So like, I don't know. I feel
Jonathan Taylor will be back.
Yeah, sure.
So as of right now on Tankathon, they have them picking 8th and getting Lenora Sellers out of South Carolina at 8. The last quarterback they won the first round is at 15. Cade Klubnik to the Steelers. So there's a lot of quarterbacks next year. It's not just Arch Manning and the Drew Aller. There's more than that.
Yeah, but this doesn't have them taking a quarterback, or it does?
It does. It has them taking Lenora Sellers from South Carolina.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that nigga was a quarterback.
That name to me says DB, but I'm gonna put my biases aside.
I absolutely thought that was a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess we could do that.
That's definitely a nigga.
Jonathan Taylor played 14 games last season. Yeah, 1,400 yards. It's not a bad year.
He just sold that last game where he dropped the ball early.
It's just that last year was the second most games he's played in his career. He's played 17 games in one season. The year he had 1,800 yards, and he's played 11, 10, and 14.
Oh, yeah.
Not great, especially
a little more, but
he also had 4 billion carries in college.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'll let everybody else keep doubting him. Them weeks when he's active in fantasy, boy.
He's Christian McCaffrey basically. Like if he's active in fantasy and he doesn't get hurt halfway through the game, he's giving you 200 yards.
Let that shit be them playoff weeks.
I feel like last season he had, because he started 13 of the 14 games he played in. I feel like he had 2 games where he like was active to play and then like did nothing because he got hurt right away.
That happened.
Off of those back-to-back games, the next game he had like 300 something yards or some dumb shit like that. Oh my god, yeah.
He's absurd.
That's the worst kind of player to draft. Like, I'd rather have like RB4 every week rather than like RB1, RB19, RB3, RB48.
Where it's like, should I be shopping around? Do I need to try this guy on my bench? Maybe he's gonna have a spark this week. You got to look at matchups and shit. It's not just set it and forget it.
Nobody wants to like give you anything for him because they're like, man, yeah, Devon A-Chain when he does play is fucking incredible, but he's only gonna play 7 games a year. Yeah. It's like, yeah, but those 7 games are gonna be the best running back games of the year.
What a guy.
Football's incredible.
Hey, we're talking about football. Should I let my dog in? I'm gonna bring this back though. One second.
All right, fuck Blake. Yeah, who'd be like a dope.
I haven't recorded with you guys since the draft. Now that I think about it, I haven't got to talk to you about you getting Travis Hunter.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
That was a minute ago.
Yeah, that was hella long ago. But wow, I'm fucking jealous. I'd rather our team was ass last year instead of going 11-5 and losing a playoffs game, and we get Travis Hunter. You know how fucking lit that is to get Travis Hunter on your team.
Hey,
they got this nigga on the Madden commercial doing a 360 720 backflip.
Nah, yeah, it was pretty cool. I will definitely have a jersey. So
you already got one in the mail?
No, I didn't even end up ordering it. I ended up having to buy some other shit at the time, but I'm gonna get that Prowler one. The throw.
He had to go buy a ticket.
Yeah, and it didn't.
Fucking addict.
Oh, WNBA All-Star game, I'll be back. But what else?
Is Daniel Jones
back though? Didn't you?
Amari Allen Hampton. I'm very happy about that. Hey,
You're not so fresh when Najee Harris has his best year. So
hey, I'm fine with that, honestly, because I don't plan to draft either one of them in fantasy this year.
Reverse psychology.
Exactly. The only Charger I want on my team this year is Lad McConkey because I think that nigga about to go crazy. That wig about to go crazy this year.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like Najee and Omari and Hampton. That's like two really solid fucking backs to have.
Najee, he's just cool. Like him splitting carries with that rookie.
He's 4.3 yards a carry. He's 1,000 yards. He's 7 touchdowns. You give Omari and Hampton. You give him another fucking 160 carries or something. Let him go for 1,600 yards. Oh yeah. We have a 2,000 yard backfield split between them two. Oh yeah, we could.
Y'all talking about the draft? I hear.
Yeah,
I think we might have got the steal of the draft.
It's honestly crazy when you sit with the draft pick and you drink on it, like you watch the tape while you having a beer.
His yard per carry.
Who, Najee?
Yeah.
What I said? I said 4.1.
You said 4.3.
What do you got?
3.8
for like each season, or like that's
I'm looking at career.
What do you have last season?
Okay, last year was 4.0. Okay, never mind. I read it wrong. 4.0, 4.1, 3.8, and 3.9.
Okay,
so career is 3.9.
Okay, 3.9 or 4.2 is the same number, Jamal. It's the same number.
Okay, put a little sauce on it.
Hey. That's the question I was waiting for to ask Blake when he got back. Blake, is Daniel Jones the Paul George of Trevor Lawrence's?
Oh shit!
I feel like that's a good quarterback. I don't think those. I
gotta put it together. Daniel Jones, Paul George, and Trevor Lawrence's. No, I don't think he's Paul George. Paul George is a Hall of Famer.
No, Paul George is third.
And Trevor Lawrence's ass. So I'm saying, is he like the high tier of mid tier ass quarterbacks?
It's too hard. It's too hard to say that because to this point, I feel like Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence is at the same amount of good years. So to say that he's a worse version of Trevor Lawrence that's like kind of, I feel like that's unnecessary. I'm not trying to do this, Jamal.
It's very similar.
That's unnecessarily dumping on Daniel Jones. Like you can't say he's worse. He's a worse version of Trevor Lawrence when I feel like they're kind of the same guy right now.
So he's the LeBron James of Trevor Lawrence. Is it?
I feel like he's just Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. Hey, I'll take
at the same time though, but I can't even say that because I still believe in Trevor Lawrence more than I believe in Daniel Jones. And I don't know if I should, but I do because the pedigree. I never believed in Daniel Jones coming out, and I don't know who the hell he was, and he just started playing football.
Yeah. You give.
Hey, what last time y'all played Trevor Lawrence?
Y'all give Daniel Jones.
Was it
last? No, I'm talking about. Yeah.
I said it was Club Dub in the locker room. I don't know.
Haven't we played y'all again since the playoff game?
I don't think we played y'all last year. We might play this year.
The playoff game was like 2022.
Did we play y'all last year?
It was 2021, I think. Actually,
now it's a long time ago. That's crazy. Look how he's doing it.
Like 2 seasons ago.
I was like 2 seasons.
You niggas have won 17 combined games since this.
Bro, y'all last 2 playoff games, you blew an all-time lead and you got fucked in the ass by Houston. So what are we doing?
Uh-oh.
And your last 2 playoff games,
I'm just saying.
Your last 2 playoff games,
our last playoff players, we had a good game with the Chiefs actually.
Okay. What about the playoff appearance before that? Which one was that? Was that 2017?
Yeah.
Is that when you guys blew a lead to the Patriots when you couldn't make it to the Super Bowl?
Y'all don't be getting to the conference finals.
You guys did once.
And y'all got to the conference finals.
Jamal, you were face down, ass up, and you were in the living room, huffing and puffing.
Come on.
I don't want to hear nothing from you about playoff appearances.
What you bragging about?
The Jags did beat the Saints last time they played too.
I had to take Jamal
Thursday after that game. That was when we was at Applebee's for them dollar margaritas when I had a
game. Yep.
That was terrible. That was some terrible football. Derek Carr was selling. I remember that.
33 of 55, 301, 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
He should have. Yeah, no, he was fucking selling at the end of that game. I remember that. Huh. But yeah, fuck you, Tyrell.
All right,
but hey, it's the Tyler Shuck era, man. Are y'all ready for like a new wave of dominance coming out the NFC South?
That nigga the same age as Justin Herbert, bro. No.
Who cares? It means he's ready to go.
Nigga old.
You played that old card last year with the old boy on the Broncos. He balled.
He was a first round. Yeah,
but we seen Bo Nix be good before.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, if anybody bothered to watch Louisville football,
hey, pull up Tyler Shook numbers, nigga.
If
anybody bothered to do what?
I'll pull up a 40-minute video of Kurt Warner talking about him though. We're not looking at numbers though.
That nigga don't got 40 minutes of film.
He better after 9 seasons.
Blake said, if anybody watched Louisville football, if you watch Louisville football, you probably didn't see him play.
No, he did last year.
Okay, but not the 17 years before that.
No, he was cooking. He was in that chamber like Vegeta, boy. He was ready.
All right, man. I'm pulling up this nigga's numbers.
They got that picture of him and the fucking tight end from the Saint, Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson has switched positions twice. He's on his 3rd NFL contract. Juwan Johnson closer to retirement than he is to being a rookie.
This is all erasure and ageism.
Okay. Yeah, I hate old people.
He has 23 touchdowns and 6 picks last year. I don't know what y'all.
In the ACC, great.
8 seasons, he has 59 touchdowns,
and he had 22 last year.
What's your point?
that means in the previous 7 seasons, he had 3 touchdowns a year. Holy shit,
he was hurt,
bro. Yeah, bro. If you gotta play 3 schools, bro, you're not gonna be good.
You know how much football he's seen,
Blake, how confident are you that he's beating out Spencer Rattler for the job?
Ooh, very.
Not at all.
Because you were hella confident about Spencer Rattler being nice last year.
Yeah, that team was a disaster show, and nobody was going to play quarterback well back there. I still think Spencer Rattler could probably be a talented player, but last year was not a chance to prove anything.
So what's different with the Saints? And I'm legitimately asking, what's the difference between this year and last year? Like, did you improve the offensive line? Did you what'd y'all do?
We drafted an offensive line with our first pick, and I think we took another one at some point in the draft. So there's that. We're not going to have Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed all hurt at the same time to start the year at least. So
wait, didn't Taysom Hill tear his ACL? He's gone, right?
I don't know. Does he even have ACLs?
Taysom Hill definitely got hurt.
Yeah, he had an injury. Yeah, he tore something that he's not.
Well, either way, all them guys are not going to be hurt at the same time. That's what happened last year to the offense.
Wait, if Taysom Hill's already hurt, Chris Olave is literally any bad pass away from being hurt.
He's going to be fine.
You could have said that every year for the last 3 years, and
even if he's not fine, Rashid Shaheed's going to be fine. Brandon Cooks is there.
Y'all got Brandon Cooks again?
Yes, he's not even 30.
Hey, yeah, Brandon Cooks younger than me.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Hey, how many touchdown passes do you think Taysom Hill has thrown in his career?
6. No, 11.
How many picks do you think he's thrown?
2.
8.
This nigga has 11 touchdowns and 9 picks.
I was close.
But hey, how many total touchdowns does he have? I'm looking at it right now.
How many rushing touchdowns?
And he got 44 total touchdowns and only 11.
He's a dog, man. Look.
So when you Google him right now, it says Taysom Hill is comebacks looking doubtful, and there's no timeline for his return.
Well, fuck him. We don't need him.
Let's just act like he's out for the year, right?
Yeah, he's old as fuck, right?
Jawan Johnson, Foster Moreau, Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, Brandon Cooks. That's more weapons than we had last year when Spencer Rattler was doing his thing. So I'm saying, regardless of who plays, it should be a better product. We were hella banged up on offense last year, which wasn't going to be good for anybody. We got MVS off the scrap pile, and he was a dog for us. And he should have never been playing football for us.
I think you're banking on at least one more guy in Chris Olave who has shown that he is more hurt than he is healthy. And Alvin Kamara is only getting older and was banged up last year.
But he still was almost cracked the K again.
Wasn't he having? Yeah, this is true. Alvin Kamara is very good. But a banged up Alvin Kamara is not what you want your rookie coming into. But
I think we're gonna be okay.
Okay. So
I think we have a good enough platform for somebody to prove they belong or not. Is what I'm saying. Last year was not the case.
Okay. So can Spencer Rattler still win the job?
It's possible he could because this is his second year down there. So I know the system changed because I think we lost Kubiak, but
Kellen Moore does seem to have a quarterback friendly system though.
Yeah,
he's probably the most talented quarterback.
Which is a good time for either of those guys.
So I think Chuck could win the job. I think he could be a productive player for us. I don't think the NFC South championship is like too far out of reach for any team in that division. Like the Bucks are clearly the best team, right? But at the same time, I don't think we're more than like 4 games worse than them any given year. So
yeah, that division's similar to the NFC East, where it's like it doesn't even matter how much more talented I think a team is than another. It's going to be the same because I feel like the Bucks and the Falcons should both be much better than y'all and the Panthers, but it's like
I don't even like how y'all are saying that about the Falcons. You're not the only person that's saying that to me, but I feel like
8 games last year.
The Falcons,
yeah,
they
I don't know.
Game, I think.
Yeah, I think they missed the playoffs by a game.
My point is like there seems to be a lot more faith put in Michael Penix, who I'm not. Again, I'm a Washington Huskies fan. That's my dude. Sure. But based on what he's shown, it just seems like there's a lot of faith put in him playing winning football, and it doesn't really make any sense to me where that faith is coming from.
I think I don't even necessarily know if I think it's just from him, for me at least, but like, I have seen him play obviously great football in college, and he played decent when he came in last year. Towards the end of the year, it was a weird situation, but just like from top to bottom, I feel like at least offensively, that team has like everything you could say positively about the Saints, which I agree with most of what you just said, is like doubled for the Falcons. Like Bijan Robinson is much better than Kamara, I think he is right now. Drake London is much better than Chris Olave.
I said Kyle Pitts is much better than Juwan Johnson. I'm a fight.
Kyle Pitts is not better than Foster Moreau.
Okay.
Hey, Foster Moreau, LSU guy, I fuck with him. Kyle Pitts is not better than anybody. But
if Kyle Pitts has a superstar X factor, I'm refunding Madden.
Kyle Pitts might be a 71 this year. But
that shit has to stop.
Yeah. Did he have an X factor last year?
Yes.
Oh,
there's no fucking way. He
probably had promise you. No.
There's no way in hell he had an X factor. Bro.
I'm telling you.
Fuck you. But no, I feel that. So the Falcons also now their rookie head coach, or I guess their new head coach from last year, he's got another year in the system. So it's like everything points to the Falcons should be just better than they were last year, and they won, I believe, 8 or 9 games. The Bucks, nothing tells me that they should be any worse than they were last year, if not better. And then the Panthers also should be better. Bryce Young started to show signs of life. So it's like if everybody gets a tick better, that means somebody probably has to get a little bit worse unless you just are kicking ass outside the division. I don't know what your guys' schedule is. I haven't looked at it in a while, but
yeah, I don't know. I keep on getting somebody at work telling me that we're getting swept by the Falcons, and I can't stand for it.
And that's another one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm never going to say that you guys are getting swept by the Falcons because I've seen Falcons teams that should have been much better than the Saints lose when they go to New Orleans because it's just like that's an NFL rivalry, So it's hard to be like, yeah, they're just beating them.
Hey, Carolina, man, Bryce Young was looking good last year, the end of the season.
Yeah, Xavier Leggett's in music videos. His accent's getting thicker.
You said he's getting thicker.
His accent's getting thicker.
His ass getting thicker. That's crazy. Yo,
Chubba Hubbard. Chubba's a great name.
Happy Pride Month.
I think they drafted another running back.
Oh yeah, because that running back from Texas, his knees cooked.
Yeah.
Oregon, isn't Oregon Jonathan Brooks?
I thought he was from Texas.
No, Jonathan Brooks went to Texas.
They
had Jonathan Brooks, Jaden Blue. They had like 6 fucking Bijan Robinson. Like
Jaden Blue sounds like he's like from a football TV show.
I can see it. Yeah.
Remember Alfred?
Alfred? Yep.
Alfred.
Yeah.
From LSU. Right? Yes, sir.
He's cold.
I just assumed that Jaden Blue was his younger brother. It seems like they have no relation, but I'm fucking with him. Both went to Texas teams.
Oh, bro. Fucking random. Nick Chubb signed with the Texans. I'm like, damn, bro.
Nick Chubb, if you sold somebody, especially fantasy football wise, 3 years ago that Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon would be in the same backfield, like, oh, this team's winning 14 games. Them niggas might not play 14 games.
I think they had his line like at 700 yards or something like that. It might have been lower. But
Nick Chubb?
Yeah.
If we could bet from our phones, I'd have bet on that already.
Over or under?
Under.
I got to see what it is. I can find it.
I feel like I could see a world where he gets like 5 or 6. Because if him and Joe Mixon are able to literally 50-50 split carries next year. So because 2 guys that regularly get banged up, but when they're not banged up, they have arguments for like top 5, top 10 backs in the league. So it's like
if Nick Chubb has just had 2 really bad injuries back to back.
But it seems like every time he comes back from a bad injury, it just doesn't matter. He just gets injured a little bit quicker. But if they both, let's say they both get like 160 touches, like holy shit, yeah, that's an incredible.
Because when he came back, he broke his foot coming off the broken knee. So it's like, damn, bro, you coming off like a totally destroyed knee again. And it's like, damn, man, you broke your foot. It's like, yo, man, once you start getting some of them injuries, man, like the car is not going to be the same. Like,
yeah, but hey, if it can be good for 150 Garys or 150 touches.
Oh, yeah, no. Hey, I fuck with Nick Chubb, man. He on the Texans now. I hope he has good games against everybody else and then like fumbles game-winning touchdowns against us. But, yeah.
No, all they got in FanDuel is a comeback player of the year odds for him. That's it.
Who's DeMar Hamlin? No, I'm just kidding. He was actually kind of decent last year.
Excuse me.
I feel like, I dead ass feel like they're gonna put DeMar Hamlin in there every year. If he has a good year, they're just gonna be like, yeah, comeback player of the year. Nigga died.
Wasn't he kind of like playing good last year?
That's what they said.
I feel like he was playing all right.
I have no idea.
This random fantasy football website predicts that Nick Chubb will have 442 yards, and that seems closer to the truth.
How many touchdowns though? Probably like 6 touchdowns.
I can see it. It does not say for touchdowns.
Nigga, was that last year or was that 2 years ago when they tried to run the fake punt to DeMar Hamlin and that shit got stuffed?
I believe that was last year. Was that last year?
The last playoffs?
I feel like this was the last year's playoffs.
It was a big game. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a playoff game.
Maybe it was 2 years or the previous season because I feel like niggas was talking about that all last
year. Did they get smoked by Kansas City?
It was a close game this year.
Okay.
Yeah, they tried to do that. It was the ham bam thank you ma'am. That's right.
Bruh, I was like, these niggas tried to run. These niggas wanted a Disney movie moment, bro.
Yeah, they did that against the Chiefs last year, not this most previous.
There goes my hero.
Oh no, this is January 21st, 2024. That would in the last season. Yeah. Dog, they ran that play down 27-24 on a 4th and 5. Like if you're gonna run the play, just run a fucking play.
Shit, they should have gave it to the that one receiver. I feel like he's probably a better athlete than DeMar
Hamlin got 1.3 yards. That's crazy.
That play was so crazy. I remember seeing that. I was like, what the fuck did they just do? Oh, these niggas wanted a Disney original movie for the month of February, bro.
You gotta love it.
Blake, did you feel any way seeing how much Saints fans apparently hate Derek Carr since you thought he was a top 10 quarterback? Or did you just think that you were right and they were wrong?
I don't think anything about it. Like, I can't worry about the opinions of others that I have zero control over that don't have any effect on my life. I think they're yelling into an echo chamber. I know the education system in the state of Louisiana is not the best, but they're working on it. Shout out to them. They do what the best what they can. So, I kind of just got to ignore my fan base sometimes and just go with what my heart says. I'm a numbers guy, and the numbers to me say that he was top 10. So it's a shame he's gone now. But at the same time, shout out to him for knowing that he wasn't going to be able to play and didn't want to just eat up $30 million on an already tightly constrained cap situation and decide to retire. So,
what a good guy.
So that's a legend.
Yeah, that was honorable. Salute to him.
Does not happen often.
Yeah. Now him and Tim Tebow are about to be taking missions together, circumcising kids.
That's none of my business.
I know.
Bruh, I remember when I seen that. I was like, yo, that's what niggas do on missions?
No, that's what he did on missions.
No, that was his task.
That was his specific thing. I don't know if I've ever heard of that happening before.
You just go in the countries and just shaving off foreskin, bro.
No, I heard of people taking trips to the Philippines, but it's never to do that.
What do they be doing?
Hey, coming home with the wife.
Well, Jolly Bee in the gravy. You feel me?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, get Tim. Yeah, niggas tried to tell me Tim Tebow the best college football player ever. That nigga was cutting. That nigga done touched too many kid dicks to be my college football goat.
It's hard for me to honestly. I feel like this isn't like the bias of seeing the rest of his career. That nigga was nice in college. I don't think it was nice in college.
It was a really good team though.
I don't know if there was ever a time where I'm like, man, there's nobody better than Tim Tebow right now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at points in college, there were quarterbacks that were playing that were better than him.
Bro,
well, I thought Terrell Pryor was, but at the same time, like, if you go numbers for numbers, like, Tim Tebow was that man.
For sure. He did have the numbers, which is why it's kind of hard to argue, but, like, that team was so fucking fake.
You just can't sit here and tell me that he was better than Cam Newton or Johnny Manziel or Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's a tough one, though. I'll say Lamar is definitely a tough one, but Cam Newton was 1 year. So I would take him out of this.
Cam
Newton was 1 year, but
Joe Burrow is probably the best season ever in college.
Joe Burrow was.
The only reason why I'll give it to Cam, bro, nobody on Cam's offense went to the league.
Sure.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. That is fucking crazy, bro.
I would use that argument for Cam over Tebow before I would use it for Cam over Burrow, because Burrow was also slanging that bitch. Like,
Burrow was nice.
Unreal.
He was slanging that bitch to maybe the two greatest college receivers we've ever seen, but he was slanging that bitch.
He was throwing the ball to 2 of the top 3 best receivers in the NFL.
Hey, LSU
with a first round running back.
LSU
he did what it was supposed to do, though, right?
Like,
yeah. Hey, I remember watching that game against Texas. I think that nigga had 7 touchdowns, and it would be like he's getting sacked and he just launched a bitch up to the moon. It's like that's the greatest pass I've ever seen.
Come on, bro. Dog.
Jamar Chase was
throwing to me, you.
All right.
This is true.
Come on, bro. Blake.
Hey, I'm putting both of those guys over Tim Tebow. I like Tim Tebow was fucking incredible, but Tim Tebow was fucking incredible in the same way that like Tyler Hansbrough was fucking incredible. It just didn't feel like, okay, there's nobody better than you, but it was like Tyler Hansbrough was busting everybody's ass, but it was still like, yeah, there's like 10 people better than you right now. You just niggas can't.
I mean, Jake Locker did exist the same time as him. So
Jake Locker looked like Tim Tebow. He just didn't play for Florida.
Yeah, bro. Like, give me Kyler over him. Johnny Manziel was so nice.
Johnny Manziel was fake as fuck.
Johnny Manziel was ridiculous.
Johnny Manziel was really nice.
Y'all are bugging. Tim Tebow was fucking cold.
I'm not putting Johnny Manziel above Tebow, but I am putting Johnny Manziel anytime he played Alabama above Tebow. But I'll put Cam over him. I'll put Joe Burrow over him. I'll
Tebow wasn't better than Jameis. What are we doing?
What? Okay. Yeah.
Talking about?
Okay, we're lying now. Jameis just did it as a freshman. So it was like
they both got Heisman's, right? One with the first overall pick and one didn't.
Jameis might have been better at baseball.
Yeah.
Jameis was definitely better at baseball.
Yeah. One had to go overseas and cut foreskin, and the other
Jamal, was Trevor Lawrence a better college quarterback than Tim Tebow?
No.
Be honest. No. And then I'm gonna ask you, was Deshaun Watson a better college quarterback than Tim Tebow?
I think Deshaun Watson was better than Trevor Lawrence. Deshaun Watson was better than Tim Tebow in college. He just didn't have a Heisman.
Yeah. Dog, Tim Tebow has 88 passing touchdowns, 16 interceptions, and 57 tutties on the ground.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Didn't Joe Burrow throw 60?
Hey,
he threw 60 in 1 year, yes.
But listen, to get that Tebow shit the fuck out of here.
And there's no way I don't know if there's a way to find this. How many of those touchdowns were thrown at to Percy Harvin 2 yards away from the line, and he did the most incredible shit you've ever seen?
There's no.
They don't have air yards on here.
Who was the other light?
Lewis Murphy. He played on the Raiders.
Murphy.
Nigga,
Lewis Murphy.
Y'all not doing Lewis Murphy to reach Tim Tebow.
Nigga, Lewis Murphy. No, I don't want to say Riley Cooper. I don't want to say Riley Cooper.
Fight every.
Remember? Hey, they had 2 running backs that ran a 4.1.
They did have an Olympian back there too, I think.
And then Jeff Dipps and Chris Rainey.
And then they had motherfucking Aaron Hernandez.
I hated playing that team on the game.
Nigga, me and Grayson used to play, and he didn't own the game, so he would just come over and be like, "You play with like a 2 or 3 star every single time." He's like, "Oh, I'm picking Florida." Oh my fucking god! I used to hate playing that nigga.
I used to play Bruce, and this is before like they fixed. There was a certain point on the old NCAA games before they fixed what the lateral button actually does, where this shit would just teleport to the man behind him.
Oh yeah.
And this is like when West Virginia was popping. So he would always just pick teams like West Virginia or Florida and just run the option the entire time. And you could literally be tackling the man, he's falling to the ground. You just slam L1 and that ball's just in the next man's hands.
Blake, they did fix that a little bit later on.
I can't tell you how many fumbles I had on the most recent college football game because I was
trying to get that shit off.
Because I was like, oh wait, it doesn't just teleport to him anymore?
Hell no.
Yeah, no, that was the greatest fucking mechanic ever. Because you could take a team that wasn't even good at running the option. You just had like a fast running back, and that's a way to get him on the edge.
Yep. Every now and then it's going to get broken up, but for the most part, you out of there.
Yeah, no, Tim Tebow was an incredible college quarterback for sure.
No, you're great all-time college player.
I heard somebody, I don't remember who it was on TV the other day that was like, named his like top 5 college quarterbacks and named 5, and then it was like, and then there's Tim Tebow who's like in a league of his own. It was like, hey, okay. I don't know if there's no way to say that.
If you asking me straight up, and I don't have to sit here and argue with y'all about it, my two would be Cam Newton and probably Terrell Pryor, but I know my bias from that is really coming from the game. Like,
yeah. Terrell Pryor was fucking amazing.
there was nothing that Terrell Pryor did worse than Tim Tebow.
He was just faster than Cam Newton, honestly.
He just didn't fucking want to break his neck running in touchdowns, and he didn't have, which is crazy to say that Ohio State didn't have, but like I feel like Florida legitimately had like 40 NFL players on one team.
I just remember that Fiesta Bowl Ohio State was in where they had absolutely no reason to do this. They went and lined Terrell Pryor up a wide receiver, and he ended up catching a fade. Like,
of course they did.
Like, why not?
Lamar was a fake ass quarterback, and Lamar kind of got low-key got the same argument as Cam, where it was like he didn't play with anybody. Like,
yeah,
I know there was a receiver on that team that went to
Jalen Strong. He went to the league.
Yeah, and Jalen Strong was good on Madden for 1 year when the Texans didn't have anybody else down there.
That's true.
I only know college Lamar in highlights because I think I was overseas for that. But yeah, you can't doubt you can't really leave him off with the Heisman and then the season he had following that too. So.
We opened the season with him that Heisman year, and that nigga lit us on fire. And that's when we were coming into like the college season, like maybe like a top 3 defense in the nation. And
yeah,
I remember that was like supposed to be game of the year. It was not a good game at all.
That shit was over at the half.
Yeah, he's so fire.
Oh my goodness!
Man, shout out Lamar, man.
All right, let's see, y'all. Let's talk some of these non-basketball topics, and we can end with that.
Hold on. The one last thing with football, because this is what I'm trying to get off with my dog trying to interrupt my shit. So this I think the conversation was a little bit hotter when we were gone. It's probably going to heat back up here probably next year, I think, with the Olympics and shit like that. But the NFL players got the go ahead to play in flag football for the upcoming Olympics. Now there is contention in here because if it may be obvious to some folks, but the U.S. is the best country at flag football. Like, and that doesn't have anything to do with the NFL. That like this is another competition. We've won like 6 straight championships or some shit like that in the flag football world championships, which happens every 3 years. So there is a community of players who are dedicated to this game, who have been playing this thing for decades, for years and stuff like that, that when they heard it was getting announced for the Olympics, they were like, oh shit, we're on a bigger stage now. We get to take our thing to a bigger stage. The NFL comes in and like, it's hard to unknown wide receiver is going to have to fight for his spot versus Justin Jefferson, who has no accolades in flag football, but because he's good at pro football, like the money's going to say he should be the one playing. Like, how do y'all feel about that? It's a situation that's going to unfold. They're trying to figure out how to make this fair for everybody, like have some sort of camp and let people compete or whatever. The flag football guys have suggested like, hey, we should just play a game. Like, let's just play a game heads up. And whoever wins, like that'll decide the roster or have some say in it, I guess, like have the flag players play the pro players. There is some rules that are different between the two games. I think flag is like either 5-on-5 or 7-on-7. There's like no blocking. You can't stiff arm because that's considered flag guarding. There's not like a 40-second play clock. It's like 10 seconds, something like that. So the game's a lot faster. The field's a lot smaller. Some people feel like that's going to make a big difference in like how the NFL players can translate to it. And depending on roster size, players may have to play 2 ways. So do y'all feel like that it still should be NFL players by default over these guys, or
no? I don't really see the appeal. Like, as an American who loves football, I don't really see the appeal of sending the NFL guys out there. Like, knowing everything you just said about the rules being different, like, it's not going to be super tight to be like, oh shit, Justin Jefferson just cooked some dude from Colombia. Like, I would love to see though, just like, oh, a random American who's probably, maybe went D1, D2 and has just been in this flag football league for some years, go out there and cook some shit up and be like, okay, yeah, that was like super tight to see, a regular person got there. Because if you watch any basically Olympic event outside of basketball and I guess tennis for America, because we see our tennis stars, like it's regular people. Every single Olympic event is regular people except for basketball, which I agree with, like to an extent, like sending NBA players because other countries are also doing that and they have enough of them. But no other country is sending out a single NFL player. It'd be fucking nuts for us to send 11 NFL players to go play them.
So the Canada coach has already spoken and said he plans to have most of the NFL players out there. But again, like this is one of those things where Canada is not the team winning the world championships in flag football all the time, which is this different game with its different rules. I know Canada probably has enough people to fill the whole roster of NFL players, I'm guessing, in the league.
Okay, so I just Googled Canadian NFL players. I'm gonna just read off a couple to you, and they got some NFL guys, but okay, Javon Holland probably wouldn't be playing. Josh Palmer, Chuba Hubbard, Chase Claypool, Benjamin St. Juste, John Mechie, Chase Brown.
You've named 3 skill position guys who could probably contribute at the Olympic level for this sport, I would say.
I imagine Chase Brown would be nice. Chuba Hubbard would be nice.
John Mechie, Claypool.
John Mechie probably would be nice, but like John Mechie was really fucking good at Alabama. I haven't seen anything from him in the NFL that makes me think he'd be better than a random guy on a flag football team.
Right?
Yeah.
You would have to assume he'd be better because he's not running against NFL players.
Sure.
And he's still elite athlete speed. That's the same thing I feel about Claypool. Like, yeah, he stinks in the league, but if Claypool came down to the Turkey Bowl y'all do, he'd probably cook everybody.
Oh, he'd probably be tackled one time.
But so, like, yeah, if Canada is one of the other countries that's like, yeah, we're gonna roll out all NFL guys, and they have, I would say, Josh Palmer, Chuba Hubbard, Chase Claypool, John Mechie, and Chase Brown. They also have Benjamin St. Juste, who's a corner from the Commanders. Probably a good athlete. Javon Holland's a great athlete. I don't know if like what his like benefit would be to this team. So they have like 4 NFL guys with no like alternates, you know. Yeah. If one other country sends out 4 NFL guys, I feel like the US could still win. If our team has won 6 in a row.
Yeah, we're dominant.
Like you've got a system, and we should be dominant, you know, like Germany, other big countries aren't going to be sending out NFL guys, or, you know, maybe one player who's like, oh, I was born in Germany, I'll go play there, but like they're not that good. So yeah, I feel like it would be cooler to see regular flag football players, and to your point, like so much of like, oh, if Patrick Mahomes is throwing to Justin Jefferson, are they going to realize like, oh, the field is 30 yards wide instead of 52, and we can't like actually play how we're used to. I got to get the ball out a little bit quicker.
Yeah. There's definitely an adjustment for sure.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that the NFL players wouldn't be good. I just don't know what the benefit is of us sending them other than to be like, look how good we are at this. But I think it's also doper to be like, look how good our players who aren't even in the NFL are.
Yeah. Some people have said like, because, you know, we're so used to USA dominance in basketball that like the performance last year in our last Olympics in the 3-on-3 tournament, they want to avoid that basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Now there is something with that in the fact that like Jimmer Fredette, who was looked at to be one of the probably stronger players we sent out there, was hurt the entire time, and I think the 3-on-3 teams only had 1 sub. So if you have a bad tire, then you're cooked, right? Flag football is probably going to be close to the same thing, where it's a small roster. I just like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we got enough to do it with the people who've been winning these things.
Yeah.
I do too. Right. No.
And like if we got a 6 or let's say we have a 10-man NFL roster, like you're like not even just choosing between good NFL players. Like, do we send Pat Mahomes? Do we send Lamar? Or do we send Josh Allen? Like, you're like, do we send 3 of the best on the face of the earth? And 2 of these guys can't even go. Like, it just doesn't. That's overkill. If it's NFL, I'm just saying his name because it's on the top of the head. Send Tyler Shuck. He's an NFL quarterback, hasn't done anything. He can probably go over there and do it. I don't want to see you send our best NFL players over there because, like, I know that fucking Josh Allen can go throw a football through anybody's chest in the world. I don't need to see that.
And I feel like if you send Lamar, the Ravens are telling you cannot have him play defense. And if it comes down to it where he has to, like, he's not gonna, like, we're down a person.
I don't know if the International Olympic Committee or the NFL has more money, but I'm telling you right now, if Lamar Jackson got hurt playing Olympic football, Olympic football would not fucking exist anymore for any country. The Olympics might not exist.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh man, yeah.
Pack it up.
I don't want to see it. And I think that I cannot imagine that like the former D1, D2, D3 athletes that played football. There's just so many good fucking football players in America. I know that there are enough good people playing flag. You sent prime Ron Baines overseas. There's not many people fucking with him.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. All right.
Yeah, well, you could put the local Tacoma flag football team, just of Tacoma All-Stars, in the Olympics, and I feel like they're having a chance against any country.
There was a spicy topic like it's like I don't know, it probably was last year, but the star quarterback for the flag football U.S. team, I think he made a comment about like he's better than Mahomes or something like that.
We covered that on here. The dude with the braids, he looks like Jose Alvarez.
Yes, yeah, Doucette. But either way, like
Jose Alvarado.
One thing about him that this that this Washington Post article points out is like his small size, like he's like 5'6" or something, 5'7", 140 pounds. So, well, it's just a thing of like that's how different flag is. That size doesn't matter as much. Like knowing how to play like flag itself matters more. Like it's because you don't got to throw over a line. You know, like it's
that does speak a pretty good point. If a 5'6", a nigga who like if you see him in public right now, like you're a little nigga, you cannot play football. But yeah, you can play flag with him. You can't do nothing with him.
Yeah,
he start running, you can't catch him. You can't. Yeah,
I'm over here.
Hey Jamal, you remember we used to go play the Turkey Bowl, and there'd be that Samoan dude out there. I think his name was like Smiley, and he played with a cigarette in his mouth.
Wow, I remember that.
Hey, he's one of the coldest football players I've ever played with. I don't know if that nigga played high school football nowhere. He would be he would tackle you and ash his cigarette immediately after. Not even disrespectful. You know, Samoan would be cool as fuck, but it was just like, this is incredible. America be playing around with this sport.
Bro, they be going all out on them Turkey Bowls. I retired the year before you got hurt, bro.
We could treat this how some of these other countries be treating the U.S. Men's national team when they play us. Like we don't even got to send our best over there to beat y'all 4-0. We putting belt to ass because you niggas don't play soccer. You could send our 18U, 17U, like
get some good run out there, son.
Yeah, come on, man.
Playing flag is so much more fun to tackle without.
I don't need to see fucking Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase playing flag football in the Olympics, dog.
You ever miss playing like tackle without pads? You ever miss playing in the Turkey Bowl?
Nah, I haven't missed that.
I don't think especially after like when you got hurt that one time, I'm like, I think I'm good off that.
And I just like, a good day of working out, and then another good day of working out in a row. I'll be like, oh, my legs a little tight. I need to actually stretch now. Like, I can't imagine what like, oh yeah, tackle me to the turf 6 times.
Bro, we used to be tackling without pads, bro.
Yeah, and we would be trying to fuck niggas up. Well, I remember one year like trying to hit a nigga with the tailor-made like shoulder into the chin shit, and it's like, why? What the fuck I do that?
Yeah, like we all got to go to our bullshit jobs.
Nobody knows CPR.
Yeah, absolutely. What, go to Stillicum?
Y'all hop the fence to get in the Mount T. Can't even get the help quick.
They got to get a laser cutter to cut the gate. Nigga dies. Like, damn.
And I'm glad, honestly, because the younger generation don't play basketball outside and they don't play tackle football for fun. Them niggas will be like, you want to go run sevens? You want to go play flag? Like, we was like, if we're not playing, I legit used to say, oh, they're playing 2-hand touch. I'm not going to that Turkey Bowl. Like,
we used
if you're
to
not playing tackle, I'm not going.
We used to say problematic stuff.
Yeah. if you're not playing tackle, I don't want to go.
Yeah. Take the L out of flag football.
Also, I'm a lineman. The best thing I can do is play tackle football because you can't tackle me easily. I don't play 2-hand touch.
Yeah. I used to be like, y'all ain't playing tackle. I ain't playing. I just be out there sliding. Like, nigga, I do not want to be hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you the next time I'm gonna purposely play tackle football, if ever again. Maybe with my kids when they're younger than me, smaller than me.
Them 37U leagues be looking lit on YouTube though.
They be looking lit like niggas about to die.
I know half of
niggas out there.
Nah, they be doing the most.
Hey, and I'm telling you, it's just the wrong day and age to be doing that. Because like, okay, yeah, you got a little clip. You kill this nigga across the line. He's gonna shoot you in the parking lot. He has a gun in his glove box. He's shooting you in the parking lot.
Hey, you was doing all the extras out there. Come here, I got something to show you.
Hey, you tear my ACL, I get fired from my job. I'm killing your whole family. Like, how fun was this?
I've been moving boxes at Warehouser for 7 years. You fucked that
up. I was just about to get promoted, nigga. I was about to buy NBC.
About to buy NBC. No.
I don't think you always want to go to NBC and ABC. What about the smaller networks? If you could buy, what's a network you could buy where like you don't think they're gonna like send you to jail as a black man?
What did they say that the network was that the nigga from Sports Science owned? Blitz TV or something like that. I could buy that right now.
What the fuck is that?
You can buy Ion.
What the fuck is Ion?
It's where the WBA plays their games.
Hey, Blake, why When we were house hunting, I had my mom come over and kick it at our house for a bit while we were out. And I came home and she was watching reruns of Blue Bloods on Ion.
Okay.
I said, Mom,
okay.
Did you have to pay for?
Did you add this package? What is this?
I definitely don't have Ion TV. She was like, yeah, you do.
Everyone has Ion.
News to me, nigga.
That nigga decides you want to just put you in a 78-month Ion contract, nigga.
Hey, you got to do this with the remote for it to show up.
Nigga, did you just do the Disney Channel Mickey Mouse wand shit?
Yes.
On Ion, man.
Oh my god.
Wait, we never get sponsored from.
Hey, it's hella funny because there really be channels like Ion that don't have a single piece of original content. They're just like, we just play fucking reruns of Blue Bloods and
yeah.
So you got Ion Blink?
I probably do. I got YouTube TV up right now.
Well,
I promise you,
that's the one you would buy.
I have YouTube TV that my mom pays for actually, and that's what she was watching it on. She knew exactly where to find it too.
So Blake is buying Ion. Which you buying, Tyrell?
I would try to buy owned so I could keep a black-owned business. A black-owned business.
There you go.
If I couldn't get owned, I feel like I could get TLC because they don't really play nothing but like fat bitches and swingers on there.
You can't get TLC. That's a Warner product.
Yeah, that's a Warner product.
You got to get one of these, like these last hanging threads.
You in jail.
Why did both of y'all know TLC is a Warner product?
They have Discovery stuff. Discovery is a Warner product. So
okay. How often do you watch TLC?
I used to watch Discovery all the time, and then I think one day I noticed like Dirty Jobs or something was airing on TLC. I was like, what? And then I did the math.
We was watching a fucking Love After Lockup on TLC recently. Some fucking terrible television.
Y'all know a network I'm buying?
Bounce. Get Bounce.
Damn, I was hoping Tyrell would go to that one. I'm buying Oxygen.
No, Oxygen is not, isn't it?
It's low key. No, wait, somebody owns Oxygen.
I don't think you can get Oxygen, bro. That's like where Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, whatever it is.
Nah, bro, they be having the bullshit on there, bro. Nigga,
that used to be where Bad Girls Club was.
Nigga, they had a Michelet movie. Nigga, they've had the
that's bullshit now.
Shout out to Michelet.
Oxygen is owned by NBC, nigga. You just came back to I want to buy NBC.
All right, we going Bounce Network. Bounce Network. Shout out Clifton Powell. It's my first spot to put him in the executive position.
I don't know. I don't remember where we were, but they had like DirecTV, and they got like 40 black channels. Like there's like Bounce, there's The Vibe. Like they're all called something. Just
two.
Hey, did TV One turn into The Bounce?
I think so.
TV One might still. Oh, is it?
No, I think TV One turned into The Bounce. They had a remake.
TV One might still be outside.
They had the Ricky Smiley show on there, and I like that show.
I thought I was just kind of sort of joking when I said TLC only plays fat bitches and swingers. If you go to TLC.com, it's literally multiple shows about finding 90 Day
Fiance,
marrying a bitch you've never seen, marrying a bitch that got a bitch, marrying a bitch that's huge, marrying a nigga that's huge. And we had hella kids. Is basically what this whole channel.
Hey, dog, saying all those titles you said. Do y'all ever be seeing these Quan Mills books?
What's that?
Quan Mills books.
Is this like the books you looked up before?
Huh?
It's like the books you looked up before. The Zane books.
Don't they be hella freaky? Yeah, they be freaky as fuck, don't they?
Yeah, but they be like troll. So I heard they're on Amazon when you type it in.
Hey,
we've
definitely looked at this before because what his number one book is Old Thought Next Door. And I
love that.
We listened to the clip and it was like somebody was at a gas station playing it and it was like, and then that young brother came over and spread my wrinkly pussy out or something like over.
Excuse me?
Duh. They got a
that's
book
not that's not
we'll see too.
I'm looking at this. We got this hoe got roaches in her crib.
I thought when you said Pastor's Eat Pussy too, you just added the W for fun. No. Pussy.
Hold on. We got Pregnant by My Gay Stepdaddy.
Oh, what?
Y'all ain't hold on.
You not tapped in? Like
I'm not tapped in. I'm in the book club now. I done did my homework.
Bro, yeah, like this is the whole genre. Like on Amazon, like urban satire.
It said he's owned $500,000 or earned $500,000 in royalties from selling these dumbass books.
Bro, Tyrell, we could do this, bro. You know how many good ideas we've had?
Pregnant by a hood werewolf from 63rd.
Oh no. Project Ho Dream, CNA thoughts.
Pregnant
tax
by
season thoughts.
Nigga, pregnant by a used condom from hell.
My baby mama's a loser.
My boyfriend beats me, but I still love him.
This nigga's just. What are you talking about?
We done found the zoo screenwriter.
Wait, nigga, it said Gutter Ho Dreams episode 3, the finale.
What?
Not the finale.
Gutter chicks do gutter things.
Uh-oh. This book is not approved.
My baby mom is a loser too.
Yo, mama's all crack rock. Not the book.
CNA Ho Dreams. My bad white bitch 1.
2.
My bad white bitch book 4.
Damn. He got legacy.
Oh, yo, coochie stink. How is he writing books? These books have got to be 3 pages.
It's AI.
No, I heard the books are like they're like 50-something pages.
It's AI.
How could you write a 50-page book about somebody having a stanky coochie?
You right,
bro.
I need some head, but I'm on my period. A novella.
What?
We found out he's making all these power spinoffs. We got him.
Bro, think about how much money that dude makes, bro.
They said he's earned over $500,000.
That's not good. He had like 90 books.
Yeah, but they're only like 50 pages.
That's not good. I don't care.
Nigga, you think it takes my 2 years to write a book, nigga?
He's taking a text thread that he has that a friend told him a story, adding a little stank on it, and making it a book.
And using Chat GPT to help
format this shit.
I'm sure. Oh my goodness.
But I bet them books fall apart. You shake them hard.
Hey, next episode, I will come up with 5 titles for my first 5 books in the urban satire. I can write one of those books, bro.
Is Euphoria about to come back?
I think so.
They're running every single episode on HBO right now.
One of my homies bought me this book. Since I got a library, I should do a book of the week. The book is called Hood Struggle. He was in New Orleans and he bought it from some nigga that was like, "Hey, I wrote this book," like selling them on the side of the road. He was like, there was nobody over there, so I went and bought one. This shit says on the title page, a story that's based on murder, domestic violence, and incarceration could only be titled ... Hood Struggle.
He'd be one of the ones that broke out, huh?
That's funny.
He said that the stuff you're about to read in this book is based on true story, but some things about it isn't real. Some of the characters, as well as some of the events, were added from the imagination and told only to enforce the objective. The characters that was added was Lil Troy, Carl, Joe, Lil Tim, and John John. Although Lester's an actual person, all the events that took place with him in Hood Struggle isn't real.
Yeah, he broke out. He definitely broke out.
That is too funny.
He said, I got probably another week of being free. I'm going to get my shit off.
I have to imagine that nigga hates Derek Carr just based off how that's written.
Oh, man. Since it is June, have you guys done anything to show that you're an ally or support the cause?
I got invited to a pride parade on Sunday, but I'm not going.
Why aren't you going?
Somebody said, you want to go to Daddy Day at the park?
Oh, no. No. So Bree's going to come back for this week and just to visit. Fun day. Father's Day, but it's also if y'all aren't paying attention, it's the No Kings protest day.
Mm-hmm.
So Pride Parade, No Kings, same time downtown. That's going to be chaos. This is a conservative county. I'm not going. I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need to block my babies from tear gas. I'm good.
Okay.
One of the times where I'm gonna do what the black people been doing. Black people stay in the house. Black people stay in the
I'm
house.
gonna probably go with my family out, get some waffles, and just do the damn thing.
Okay.
I went golfing with my gay homie today.
Advocacy.
Okay.
For the community or nothing.
I went golf with my gay homie like 3 times in June. Actually, now I think about it,
Sticks and balls all month, huh?
That's
love that for you.
Not really sure what I'm supposed to do with
now. Salute.
Don't do nothing. Be safe. Be smart.
Didn't y'all hug? No, I'm joking.
That's crazy.
Jamal, what have you done?
I don't think I've done anything actually.
Oh,
I just want to see what you guys did.
Does your job have you delivering gay mail?
That's a good question.
Can you object for religious reasons?
They got a pride. They got a pride flag on their house. I'm not delivering their mail there.
No, if you get junk mail that's like rainbow color, it's like, yeah, I'm not putting these ones in there.
That's hilarious. No, I haven't done nothing. Honestly.
He just puts extra in certain houses.
Yep.
No, I haven't done anything, man. I was just, just shout out to
some people, man. Live your life, love your love.
Salute.
We got y'all back.
Jamal, do you guys have a favorite gay person? Just give him a shout out.
Hey, shout out Frank Ocean. I know you really don't fuck with us. You're like one step away from under 3,000, really, at this point. But we appreciate you when you're around. Yes, sir.
Bussy,
they talking bad about Blonded out here. I ain't gonna let it happen though.
Nah, that's an ass album.
The Gay Rock album.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
I thought I would like it. Yeah.
You profiling. Right. You didn't really fuck with that. It's just the TDA shelf. That's why you got it.
That's hilarious. Okay. All right. So you got
if I say Redemption, like Ben Rich.
Yeah, no, that was that shit.
Ben Rich.
All right, Tyrell.
Smoke us smoking on the bomb is we back my.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah, stop playing with me. What are you doing right now? No, I don't have any favorite gay people, unfortunately.
Damn, really? That's crazy.
Nah.
You were just telling us to watch that Gerard Carmichael stand up.
Oh yeah, that is your guy. I forgot about that.
That's your man's.
The fuck just happened?
Nah, because remember he had the show on Max.
Oh, okay,
yeah. You said he ran it back twice.
I don't think I finished every episode.
Nigga said I need another round of that.
He had a fine ass light skinned bitch on that show. I didn't know the nigga was sucking dick.
He tried to fuck Tyler the Creator.
I was saying not even sucking dick. He's begging to suck dick, and they're like, "Nah, I'm good." Tyler the Creator was like, "Hey man, get that fucking camera on my face, freaky ass nigga."
Oh man.
Does Michael Beasley count as a gay person at this point?
Relax. That's a legend.
No, that was
not that you can't be a gay legend.
He told that nigga, "I'm not bringing a condom."
You yeah. Why would you bring a condom to a basketball game? What's gay about that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If he showed a whip one, I'd be concerned.
Okay, well then he followed up by saying we made a sex tape that Kardashian would be jealous of. So I'm not really sure.
But you got to think, who was he talking to at that time?
Lance Stevenson.
That's what you're assuming.
Nope, it's on camera, face to face.
Nah, he has respect his mental health issues. He could have been talking to somebody else.
Oh yeah, no.
He told that nigga, "I'm gonna spit on your back."
Oh, shit. Okay,
come on, dog. Yeah, I'm not playing with you niggas, man. This is disgusting.
Anyone is the worst part.
Hey, they said it wasn't even close. I didn't watch it, but they said it wasn't close.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
So there was something with the way that they were supposed to play that I think at one point it was like 18-3 for Lance Stevenson, and he did something wrong, like on getting to 21, that his score reset back to 13, and he never scored again.
Oh, it was like you got to make your shot from the free throw line or something like that. If you miss, like you make 21 from the free throw line, and if you miss it, you go back to 30.
I was watching literally somebody who was streaming it on their laptop, but they were recording it, like doing the stream from their phone, and every time the action would stop, they put their cash app in front of the thing, like, all right, hit the cash app, hit the cash app, hit the cash app.
How much money do you think they made?
None. Everyone was in the comments like, yeah, I just requested $50 from you, bro.
Well, I know the winner of that game got 100,000, right?
I think it was more than that total, because they did a bet on the first to 12 as well.
Who hosted that game?
It's called
Beverly's, right?
That's his. Company? The next chapter is him.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
But yeah, they're talking to Joe Johnson now, trying to see if he'll go against Beasley. But I guess the number they came with the first time was like damn near disrespectful. So Joe Johnson's like, hold on, like I got 25,000 points. There's only like 52 people with that ever. Like I'm not. Me and Beasley aren't the same. Like you got to come correct.
No, didn't Joe Johnson also make like $190 million or something like that?
Yeah, he don't need the money.
Yeah, because Melo, because Beasley said he beat Melo. Melo was like, I'm not losing a one-on-one game. I'm also not saying I'm going out there to play, but I'm not losing a one-on-one game.
He said he's never lost either, and he said like, yeah, like I got in trouble in my NBA career, my Hall of Fame career, for doing the shit that they're talking about you do. Like,
yeah, that's facts.
Like that was my brand.
It's hard. It's silly to be like, oh, will Melo beat such and such today? Like the nigga 40. Like I'm sure he's not like super hooping like that no more. But like, I'm not even a fan of Melo's game. I can't imagine many people beating him 1-on-1 just because of like how he played. Like what he was good at is hella conducive.
With their rules that they had for this game too, it basically it made it very easy. On the person at like individually, like you could play super physical defense, like basically lay on somebody. There was no rebounds. You missed the shots, possession changes, and you check up and go again.
Oh,
it's like king of the court style, make it take it too. Yeah. So, it's like quick little sprints and then standing still for a long time.
Yeah, you get caught.
And Melo don't sprint, so he's gonna take 2 long ass of them steps, get you to the block, and just okay.
He'll get you on the wrong direction once and just make a move off of that. That's it.
If you told me that Melo and Kevin Durant have never lost a 1-on-1 game of basketball in their entire life, I'd believe you. Because there's just like nothing you can do with that type of player.
Only problem with that is Durant came up around Beasley, and Beasley said he's never lost. So
that's true, yeah. And I feel like Melo do be like, I mean, nobody can beat him. So, yeah. I guess that's the only flaw. Which is, it's still surprising that unless Beasley was doing the super like tackling the nigga, because it's like Kevin Durant doesn't miss shots from less than like 31 feet away.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, his game's probably grown a lot in these past few years. This is back in high school times. Like,
yeah, that's for sure.
He was fucking cold in college.
Kevin Durant's a much different player than he was when he first came in. I think he realized, like, I think I'm 7 feet tall.
Jeff Green had a better 3-pointer than him their first year on the game.
Yep.
Is Jeff Green done now, or is he still on the roster?
He's on Houston.
Yeah, he was on Houston last year.
Yeah.
Uncle Jeff. I feel like because LeBron has played for so long and been good for so long, there's a lot of fucking old players that do not get their credit in the league. Like the fact that Al Horford's still like a meaningful starter.
He's the one
on a playoff team, and people just like don't really talk about.
He looked really old this final playoff.
He certainly did, but for most of the regular season, he looked good. And last year's playoff, he looked great.
Yeah, last year.
Chris Paul, while not like a great player anymore, still playing in the league.
Yeah, still serviceable. Yeah,
still having an impact. There's a lot of fucking old players in the league that are just hooping right
Michael
now.
Conley.
Yeah, Michael Conley.
Hey, low key, Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez got drafted in like fucking 2009 or something.
He done transformed.
Yeah, he's still the leading scorer for the Nets somehow.
One of the funnest facts.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of old guys in the league that are not getting credit for still being factors at old man age. Speaking of old men, you talked about GTA 4 remasters rumored. I didn't see that.
I don't really give a fuck about that one for it to be remastered.
Might be all right, but this was put on there a while ago. So hold on, let me go pull it up.
GTA 4 is the reason I failed my freshman year, because when that shit came out, I skipped 60 days straight of school to play that game.
Welcome to the crack house. We in the crack house.
Hey, I feel like the leap in realism, and because like with the time frame the game was set in, like it was set in current day. So like, we had San Andreas right before that. I was like, oh man, they got these old school cars that kind of sort of look like old school cars. But GTA 4 was like, I'm whipping a Chrysler 300, and the Chrysler 300 just came out.
Yeah, it was dope.
I'm whipping a Dodge Avalanche listening to I Make It Rain. Like, that song just came out last year. Like, that shit was so hard.
It was just, every mission was very similar. It's like you trail this person, then like they got to run, you got to chase them in the whip. You got to ram their car till they hop out. Then you go like get in a shootout with them, and then you kill them. Like the missions didn't have enough variety in them for me.
I feel like all the dialogue around GTA 4 since we played it, none of it has been around the missions, and all of it's been around the vibe. Like I can't tell you a single mission I remember on there, but I do just remember like when it started raining in New York, and you're like your car would start to slide a bunch, and like the rain looked pretty realistic. Everybody remembers like you had the side mission. You could text somebody and like,
cousin,
let's go bowling. Let's go bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just made the game super modern. So I feel like it was a great transition from San Andreas to 5. Like if they didn't have one for 13 years from San Andreas to 5, like they're doing with 5 to 6, and they just had 5, I'm like, damn, this was a crazy leap that didn't really make any sense. But I feel like 4 to 5 was like a respectable weight. I think it was like 2007 to 2013. So
yeah, it's not
6 years
crazy.
or something.
And they had the Liberty City stories in that time, like
Yep. Oh yeah,
Lost in the Dam,
Balladgate
Balladgate Tony. Those are big
Yeah.
expansions.
Those are both super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was a very necessary bridge from, you know, the greatest Grand Theft Auto to the next greatest Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
So I probably wouldn't play a remastered. I might fire it up just to, you know, see what it's like.
I play because I didn't finish it. And I'm I'm curious.
Stuff. I feel like I remember the last mission because you're like running around the Statue of Liberty, shooting at cops and all that shit.
Oh shit!
I don't
Nico Bellic make it?
Yeah, I don't remember. Couldn't tell you. I feel like he did, but I don't remember. And then you ask, does it ease away for 6? No. No, because that game also looks incredibly fucking realistic. And
yeah, the trailer was insane.
Oh, that shit looks nuts.
I hope they don't do the 13-year gap again. That's way too fucking long.
Or just hit some actual DLC like they did for 4, or you know, if you take what you build for 6 and make games like they did off of 3, like,
yep,
I'm cool.
Yeah. I guess that's what we really missed about it. Was like Grand Theft Auto 3 had 3 games basically.
Yeah,
it was, you know, the same everything, just more games.
Yeah,
I've seen, like, you know, 6 is coming out, so I've seen a couple clips of Michael, the dude that played Michael, talking about like how the story ends and like some of his favorite parts of the story. I'm like, shit, I haven't like beat Grand Theft Auto 5 in probably 7 years, 8 years.
I mean, that game in hell long.
I haven't thought about the story in so long, but it's like, shit, I kind of want to go back and play it, but as soon as I get on there, it's like, oh, I'll go play GTA Online, or I'm not about to put 60 hours into GTA 5 again.
I started it again probably like 2 months ago, and then I might have played for like 2 weeks and haven't picked it up since.
Yeah, it's hard to like sit through that shit again.
Well, yeah.
Especially when you got other shit to play. Like, I have other games I can play that have come out in the last 2 generations of consoles.
Like that.
Ooh.
Switch him down. Switch him down.
Hey, hold on. Hold it the thin way. That shit look kind of thin.
It does look pretty thin.
Yeah, that's fire.
Shit, that donkey. You getting that Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
That Donkey Kong look fire.
For sure getting that Donkey Kong. All we've been playing is Mario Kart, though.
Swag.
She finished 4th in a race the other night.
Oh, shit.
I was like, hold on, I'm scared of you.
Hey.
She said, make sure you tell Mom. I was like, I will.
Next thing you know, she was like, can you give me a wheel?
Oh, hell no. And right now, I don't have any Pro controllers either, so we're just doing like the little one on the side, basically.
Joy-Con.
Oh, yeah.
Joy-Con. Yeah, turned on its side, yeah.
That's fire.
And tell her, like, yeah, no, just let her build her skills up, her confidence up. Just tell her, don't play that shit online at night because she gonna get in the lobby, see nothing but Japanese flags.
No, we ain't going out there.
When I first started playing online, I was, God damn, everybody up right now? Where the Americans?
I can imagine that being the first thing Jamal tells her when he meets her. He's just like, hey, don't be playing online with them Koreans.
You will be finishing the 20s.
If I can give you anything in life.
Yeah, don't play this shit at
online
night
with Koreans.
But no, yeah, that shit looks tough. Oh man, so this did happen while we were gone for a little bit. What'd you guys think of the dude saying like a chick dubbed him and ghosted him because they went out on a date and he wrote the mechanical bull 3 times?
Nobody in this world respects our masculinity, man. Like they don't want to let us get in touch with our inner child. They just want to see us be stoic and hard all the time. Like, nah, man, let that man have his fun. His dad probably told him he can't ride the bullet in front of Walmart all the years as a kid. Now he's finally got a chance to do it as an adult.
You got to register that you've seen it there on the first date and go back on your own. You can't ride that with the hoses there. Not in front of the hoods.
But I think you could do it once. Like if you go up there, because it's like, yo, man, I'm going on a date with a chick. We having a good time. Well, she's like, yo, you should go do it too. I'm like, you know, since you asked, I'll do it. But going up there 3 times and she only does it once.
I feel like the only way to find your forever is if you be your authentic self 110%, right? And if that person feels like they're down for that after you do some wild shit like that, then you down, you good.
Yeah, but doing it 3 times is kind of crazy.
I guess that's where Jamal's point comes in, because like I'm sure there are plenty of women who have married their husband, and the first time or the second time they met, he rode the mechanical bull and he rode it well. But going up 3 times is kind of crazy.
That's fucking nuts, boy.
And people were posting the videos of like women riding it, and you could very clearly tell that there's somebody controlling it. Like they don't just like click it on.
Yeah.
They over there getting tired, like, God damn, get up.
They make you bounce your ass and shit. It's just like,
this nigga been up here 6 minutes.
Yo, like,
they just got Pony playing on loop in the bar because that's the shit he wanted on when he's up there.
If this is his third time, they just like put his ass in the air and fucking twist him around.
So we all agree there's nothing wrong with it if you do it once on a date, but going up there 3 times, you kind of look crazy.
I still want to know why you need to do it on a date, because if you did really want to do it, you can go back to that bar on your dolo.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Hey, baby, I'll be right back. I'm trying to go jump on the bull real quick. No,
I gotta go ride some.
That's insane. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, shout out to June. But I don't have a problem with it. I just think like, yo, doing it 3 times is kind of crazy.
Jamal, I feel like I don't know who you are. Because the fact that you don't have a problem with that is surprising to me. Jamal, if Tonio came in and was like, "Hey, man,
we fry him."
But he's like,
first date, I went and got on the mechanical bull. Jamal, you would,
and like she did it too. I'm gonna make fun of you, but I'm like, okay, like I get it though. But if you tell me, hey, bro, I did it 3 times and she only did it once, I'm like, also you proved that you can ride dick better.
It's like, bro, that shit was hella fun. I got right back up on it.
I think I got stamina.
I'm like,
third time I went backwards.
Yeah, because if you told me like, yeah, I rode the bull with a chick, I'm like, okay, y'all both did it once? Like, no, she only went once and I went 3 times.
No, you wouldn't ask how many times you did it, nigga. You would. I know for a fact you wouldn't be like, how many times did you ride it?
I'm gonna ask this: did y'all both ride it? If y'all both did it, then that's cool. Whatever, I get it. You having fun, you kicking.
All right, look. What if we're missing key detail? Like, what if it's one of the things like there's a high score posted, and he was close the first 2 times.
As a man, why you want to compete with that?
Hey, if you get the high score on the ride in the bull, I'm fucking killing you.
It could be like, people do the punch the bag thing. Like, it's like, no, I could have got more on that. Or like you shooting the basketball. It's like, man, I was only 2 off. Like, let me run it back.
I only need to ride that motherfucker for 2 more seconds. I would have been
great.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Like, that's easy. I wasn't even locked in at the start. I can do this.
Oh, man, I found my rhythm at the end.
Yeah.
You got to move your hips.
What my draws is riding up. I wouldn't have took them off. I'm right back though. That's crazy.
Messy transition, but best debut with singles and rap.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I was watching the video. I was watching the video. I think Young Dro was like doing some type of show where he was like performing songs inside a car as the car was moving. Somebody was driving by him and they was playing Shoulder Lean. And he has some like iconic verses on that song, and it's also the first time we had ever heard of Dro. And I'm just trying to think, what other moments are there like that where it's like, damn, this happens a lot less these days because we have a lot more exposure to artists, but it's the first time we heard of said artist, and it's like, holy shit, like, that's crazy.
You have this on here because I thought about this like 2 weeks ago when I heard this song again. First Day Out by T Grizzly. The first time I heard that, that was a song I remember where I was. I was sitting on the toilet in my apartment. I just clicked on this tweet, and I turned my phone off and got off the toilet. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? And went and put it on the speaker. I was like, nigga, this is so hard.
He was locked in.
That's still one of my favorite songs. I know every fucking word of that song. That being this nigga's like first song ever. He got LeBron fucking boom, 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 boom. LeBron got fucking iconic memes to that song.
Did he create the First Day Out?
I don't know anybody that did the First Day Out before that.
The thing everybody started getting out of jail is like do the First Day Out freestyles, First Day Out whatever.
He really did, because that was his single. Yeah,
he created the First Day Out because then niggas started having the First Day Out where it was like, you've been out for 6 months. you got
like, bro, you got out of jail a minute ago.
Wait a minute, like you was in juvie.
There's a lot of obviously great debut songs. Shoulder Lean is for sure one of them, but I'm hard pressed to think of like a better first song than First Day Out.
I think I had some in my head, so it was like it would be Shoulder Lean, 24s. I didn't know T.I. before that.
Yeah.
And I had some other ones in my head.
I was gonna say Lil Scrappy, No Problems. So that's the first time I remember.
No Problems. When
I first heard that, I was like, oh shit.
Lil Scrappy wasn't in the Squeaky Bed song.
No, that's Trillville. He wasn't on that.
No, but they have a remix with him on there though, and that was after No Problems came out.
Okay. Through the Wire. We ain't talking about that man right now, but
yeah, fuck that man.
Incredible.
But no, he was on Blueprint too, though.
He was on it, but it was like a surprise, and it was like, okay, it's just the beat man. Like,
yeah, sure.
First time it was like it really clicked for people that he's an artist. Like, was probably Through the Wire. In the Club was. I mean, I know 50 had mixtape shit before that, but national recognition In the Club was definitely it for 50.
Nah, see this, and it's. I like that you put. I guess you did put the general audience. I think I liked the like no one's ever heard of you before. Like angle.
That's hard.
Like, it is, and that's why I like the T Grizzly shit so much because it was like, who the fuck is this? Like, I've never heard of this person before. Because the 50 thing, Jamal when he was 6 years old, he had Teach You How to Rob on. Cassette.
He actually, he went to a concert when 50 was on Columbia.
So somebody, but no, because like those big ones are great, and I guess it is partially like due to the times where like by like 2010 there was really no more like.
Hidden.
Oh, no one's ever heard of you before, which is why I like the T Grizzly one so much. Because back in 2003, it was like, no one's ever heard of you, but somehow 25 million people in New York know who you are.
Okay, Going Up on a Tuesday, McConan.
That was a big
song,
yeah. I think Forbats, his first big one was like out of nowhere.
I forgot about Forbats.
I don't know the name of it. I just know the melody.
That 4 p.m. song.
It's about to sound like we're dick riding, but the Drake pipeline, Drake got a lot of niggas their first like one hits because the Migos was kind of like that too. When Versace came out, I was
remixed,
like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What's the song that what's the nigga Block Boy JB? What was the song?
Oh,
shoot.
Yeah. That shit spurred a whole like a dance craze.
Yeah, no,
Kick Push.
Kick Push is a great one because nobody had ever heard of Lupe.
Yep.
Kick Push is a great one.
What was did the Youngbloods show up with Damn?
I feel like they were on Little John stuff that I didn't listen to. I know that they were on stuff, but I like to everybody else, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that one.
I can't think of something before that. I know Whistle While You Twerk was probably the first singer from Yin Yang Twins.
That's the music video where they have the go-kart shit, right?
The funny thing? I never seen a music video. I used to watch that back on like Music Choice or listen to a Music Choice.
Is that video, Tyrone?
It had they were at the go-kart. Okay. Yeah. With the big ass jerseys on.
Yep.
Yin Yang Twins for sure came out of nowhere, it felt like.
So I know Jamal's this is not gonna apply for you, but Santana's Town, that was probably the first time a lot of people recognized Joel Santana.
I remember when I first seen that. I remember when I first heard that song.
That shit's so hard.
Yeah. Because I'd heard him on like other shit. But like, oh shit, he got a single out. I remember when I first heard that, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this beat? No, that beat blew my mind the first time I heard it.
That shit's crazy.
Good times.
What was Fabulous' first single?
Breathe.
No, Breathe was album 2 or 3.
No, the first album was Ghetto Fabulous.
Yeah.
Keeping It Gangsta. That was a single, but I don't know if that was the first.
That wasn't the first one.
Is it the one when I can't deny it? I'm a fucking rider.
That might be it.
Is that the first single?
FABO.
That one came out on 9/11.
9/11, same day as Blueprint.
Yep.
Pump It Up.
Yeah, you're stupid.
All jokes aside, I mean, shit.
I fucked with Pump It Up. That was my shit as a kid.
Pump it up, you can't get it on.
Shout out my Aunt Daisy, man. R.I.P. She burned that shit for me.
Man, Holla Back, Youngin'. Whoop, whoop.
That's the first single?
It's either got to be that or Can't Deny It.
Y'all just want to be fast.
Man, this first album was crazy.
Like a thumb. I remember the FABOLOUS.
Trade It All on there. He had the Take You Home with Lil Mo on there.
Witnesses to pull me out on 106 in Park. Sudden those slick remarks. They're gonna get you blood. That was my shit. Wind up, hooked them, living like machines, living like peas and carrots, or some shit like that. I can't remember.
All right, I can't think of
it. A vegetable.
I feel like New York be struggling to find their next hit because listen to like the Fabulous debut and the 50 debut and like Jay-Z in his prime all happened around the same time. Like Dipset in their prime. New York, like early 2000s was really cooking shit. The South was cooking shit too, but New York was really on their shit.
Bobby Shmurda.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah. Oh my. Hey, that's a good debut singles. And if you're not cultured like we are, a great one-hit wonder. Bobby Shmurda definitely has some hits after that. But like, as far as like, if you're the general public didn't
Computers.
see him again,
Okay, yeah, that's him and Rowdy. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. He got
Computers still get me hyped.
I like that better than Hot Nigga. Computers is hard.
Bobby had
that
one
beat
more
is so
song.
cold, bro.
Hell yeah.
That beat
Them the
is
two
so
for me. I don't really care about nobody else in the catalog.
Bobby, bitch, taking bodies, bitch. You know, I don't
No, that
fuck
shit's
up bodies, bitch.
And then he tried to make that Hootie Daddy song.
Bobby bitch got 89 million plays on Spotify.
Bobby bitch just in my head is the Atlantic dancing on the table video.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the.
Hey, I don't know if you guys remember, they had a fucking Bob the Builder like video.
Of course.
Behind Bobby bitch. Oh my god, that shit was so hard.
Ooh, EXO Tour Life by Uzi Vert.
That wasn't his first like debut. Fuck no, that was way later. You asshole.
Yeah.
Y'all, what songs y'all know about him before that?
Wasn't
EXO Tour Life was like, I feel like a later song. Hold on.
No, it wasn't. I don't want to be on. Or no, that's Logic. Oops.
Push me to the end. All my friends are dead.
That's EXO Tour Life.
There was something out before that, wasn't it?
He had a whole
album
out before
I don't
that.
fuck with Uzi like that no more, so I couldn't even remember. You got know Slick Rick dropped the album last night?
I saw. What you gotta tell us about it?
Oh no, I ain't listened to it. I was just telling you niggas.
Bitches got longer.
You told me get the fuck out of here and I drop an old head inside the chat. I'll drop that exhibit album. You said, man, I'm blocking you. You said something like that.
Oh yeah, no, I did, huh?
Blake, you definitely heard this song before you heard EXO Tour Life.
What's the name of it?
Money Longer.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's my first like thought of Uzi. Money Longer.
I did not.
Now he's just a zesty chia pet for JT.
To be fair, you've been zest.
Love is Rage was like his the perfect love is Rage. Lil Uzi Vert versus the World was already out before that. Money Longer's on there. Canadian Goose is on there. The Perfect Love tape.
Uzi been kind of washed for a minute.
Yeah, this was out before that. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. I feel like this was everybody's intro to him because Russ was this shit.
I didn't realize that. I got on him late. The album I like by him is the one that says like and she was my head or something.
Yeah, no, that was it. Because Do What I Want was 2016. I think that was like the end of August of 2016, and then Love Is Rage, which is the album you're talking about, was August 2017. And if you think about, Russ was dancing to all the Now I Do What I Want because he had that on his commercial when he had his shoe, which was in 2017, I think. So it was all around like the same time. But yeah, Do What I Want was his first shit that I heard.
What was the one that I liked by him? It like full. That
444 plus 222, I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Babyface Ray and Mozzie just dropped the song.
This album got Neon Guts. That song with him and Pharrell. That song's so fucking hard.
Okay, that's Love Is Rage too.
And I got a beautiful aura, like I got neon guts. Beyond that, my jewelry beyond that. Yeah, Pharrell kind of wrapped his ass off on that one. Jamal, did you listen to Carter 6 all the way through? Or was that you, Blake?
I listened to it. Oh, you listened to it too, Blake?
Fuck no, I don't look.
Oh, okay.
Ears are precious.
Yeah, nah, it's ass.
Jamal, what's your favorite song?
I'd have to look at the track list.
Elephant song.
What'd you say?
The Elephant song. All right, that's a banger.
That shit stinks.
Let me sent us the song that had Jelly Roll in it, and he was like, "This is the one." I clicked on it. I got so upset. Like I can't fucking believe what's happening right now.
Honestly, it might be "Welcome to the Carter."
He got a song on there called "Welcome to the Carter."
Wait, you haven't listened to it, Tyrell?
Fuck, I don't think I've listened to a single song. I've only heard clips.
I heard they played clips on the Button podcast, and I was laughing.
Yeah, I've only heard like legitimately the worst possible takes about that album.
Can you guys please listen to the album by next week? Just give it one good listen, because I want us to talk about it next week.
Well, it's 19 songs.
I'll listen to it. You watch Evangelion. We got
it.
He ain't about to watch this.
All right, I will. If I send you proof I watch it, will you listen to the Carter 6?
I don't remember what I'm going to talk to you about from that show at this point. Watch The Acolyte. How about that?
All right, I have been wanting to get back into some Star Wars. I watched Star Wars shit in a minute.
Andor is so fire. It's over now, but that was an incredible series.
I've heard people really fuck with that.
And I don't know, like, if y'all remember Rogue One at all, because I did not until I watched it again after Andor. Yeah. I watched some of it after Andor, and he's like in the start of Rogue One. I don't know if he's in the whole movie because I didn't finish it since I watched it again the second time. But it was a character we had never seen before who they introduced in Rogue One, and they basically gave us 2 seasons or 3 seasons developing like his entire backstory of how he got from a dude who was in the wrong place at the wrong time to like a key figure in the rebellion. Like, it's crazy.
I like how, like, I don't necessarily love all the Star Wars movies, but I really like how they like seem to be able to like tie all their like content across literally like 60 years of movies at this point. 50 years of movies at this point. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, this was a lot of care was taken with I think building Andor as a series, and attention to detail, attention to continuity, like that kind of stuff. Like they did their big one.
Did the Acolyte also not do that, or did they just have too many black people?
So with Acolyte, Acolyte is probably as early as we've ever seen anything live action in Star Wars timeline. It's super old.
Okay.
So in Acolyte, the Jedi are the dominant force, and they're like basically the religious police of the Force at the time Acolyte is taking place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people don't really fuck with Mormons like that, so it makes sense.
Yes, and Acolyte is super interesting because you get introduced to people who look at the Force as not a thing of light and dark, and they're just interacting with it, and the Jedi show up and see that, and they don't like that shit, and it makes everything go left.
Oh, so the Jedi were the cause of their own demise. It's kind of like maybe the story that they're like painting there.
They definitely made the situation a lot worse than Acolyte, and I'm not going to say much more than that because even getting to the point where that gets revealed is later in the season. So it's really a shame that show didn't get continued. It's super dope.
Yeah. Blake, last thing you had on here was how much of a headache is too much of a headache to keep a player roster.
So what put that on here, there's 2 things that happened majorly in this offseason in the last like 2 weeks. We had Diggs get caught on the boat with the pink powder, and then Aaron Rodgers signed with the Steelers. So both of those things are things that have been lots of headlines. I mean, you think from the Steelers' perspective, they drafted a quarterback, they brought Mason Rudolph back in the building. They've had some camps. It's not full training camp yet. But either way, they've been doing things as a team without their QB1 on the roster at all. And then from the Patriots standpoint, you have your young quarterback. You brought in this guy who is an elite receiver for sure. Not taking that with Stephon Diggs, but that video is rather alarming. He's attached to a high-profile individual. No fault of his own. I mean, that's love is love. Like that, yeah. It is whatever it is.
Love.
So I mean, both of these situations it just involve like teams that aren't in the best of places with players who have been loud off the field this offseason. Like, and I just feel like at what point is too much? Like, how do you say the value that we're getting on this side of it is worth the cost of it on this side of it, or if there even is a cost on this side of it? Like,
yeah, I think both of those are like good cases for how positions play different, like different weight. Because like the Stephon Diggs thing isn't as, I don't want to say isn't as bad as what Aaron Rodgers has been doing, but like you just not being around or like not even willing to commit to the team seems drastically worse than like a nigga doing drugs. Because I'm assuming that a lot of NFL players are doing exactly what Stephon Diggs is doing. He just is with Cardi B, so it got caught on video, and which I won't even say caught on video because they seem to have like a professional camera crew there, which is fucking crazy.
It was like a TV show. It
was
Hard Knocks.
I have to imagine that part of that's because like you're with Cardi B. It's stupid, but like, yeah, if your wide receiver is doing a little coke, like I don't know how much that really matters if you're doing an off season. Because Aaron Rodgers had a documentary about him doing ashwagandha or hallucinogens or whatever.
One's a nigga and one's not. Bad optics.
So, but yeah, like Aaron Rodgers just being like, yeah, man, I can't show up. I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't really know if I want to
Comes back
come to
married.
work today. And he comes back to work and is like, yeah, I got married a couple months ago. You was willing to commit to the bitch a couple months ago, but you couldn't commit to finding a job.
Flinging that pill.
And, you know, people said like how the Steelers moved at the draft. It clearly must have been that they knew that Aaron Rodgers was coming. Like there was some sort of agreement that he was coming. It just looks worse and worse that like the focal point of your team isn't trying to come to work. And like, you know, the Steelers might like not be this pinnacle anymore. This is a marquee franchise, and you're one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And you're just
one of
like,
the most steady franchises in sports.
I'm gonna just show up when I want. And you know, he said a lot of the right things since he's gotten there, all this stuff. But like, they're trading players. You know, they got DK Metcalf. Like, they got new pieces there that you should probably be there to like be a part of. And you're like, I'll kind of show up when I get there.
They got TJ Watt sitting out. Like, you got to show up and set the tone, dog. Like this.
Yeah. So it seems like as a quarterback, you need to like have a little bit more gravity on you.
Yeah.
Like, it seems crazier because if my wide receivers being Ricky Jarrett in the offseason, nigga, as long as you come and catch, you know, 67 balls from Drake May, you have 800 yards, 7 touchdowns, like great season.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really care what else is going on. You're going to be gone next. Stephon Diggs is going to be gone next year. Aaron Rodgers is probably also going to be gone next year, but you're starting quarterback for the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, show up to work, dog.
Is Diggs going to be ready to play to start the year? Because I remember he thought he tore his ACL this past season.
He did. I think he tore his ACL like week 6 or 7.
I think he's probably good.
They show he's at camp now. Cardi B's at camp with him. Like, he's running routes, looking like he's ready to play football.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
I don't know. I guess both of those are just like both of them are probably too big of headaches to keep on the roster. But yeah, I think the value you can get for Stephon Diggs versus the attention you're getting from Stephon Diggs, because I haven't seen anybody talk about that story in the last like 5 days, and you probably won't hear about it again after July 1st.
No.
Aaron Rodgers not showing up to OTAs. The next time he has an incomplete pass, game 1, you know, if he was at OTAs, maybe him and DK would have had, you know, a little better.
Like, seems like the timing's not there.
Exactly. So yeah, you know, just like the gravity to it is so much different.
Yeah, and they talk about with Rodgers too, like he's a guy who like basically has played in one system for however long. Like he gets the pieces changed when he shows up to the party. I think showing up late to the party, knowing that's how you get down, like that's kind of crazy.
Yep. And I feel like Arthur Smith is somebody who probably would kind of be like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts? Do you think we should run the ball more? But now it's like, hey, I've already gotten here. The running backs think they're getting the ball a lot. Mason Rudolph think he's, you know, doing whatever. Yeah. It doesn't seem great.
Better than my team.
Oof. Having Aaron Rodgers on your team just doesn't sound fun.
No.
Because it's like he's evil Tom Brady at this point. Well, obviously without all the winning, but it's just like he's doing all the, I guess just Brett Favre. We're just like, I'm going from team to team, kind of doing
I can't even say. Both of them guys seemingly only cared about football. Aaron Rodgers, that's not the case. Like, say what you want about Brett Favre, and there's plenty to say that he's a piece of shit off the field. But on the field, like, or when it came to being in the facility, he was like all football all the time. That's the only reason it worked for that long.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Brady, obviously, like, he flipped Tampa overnight. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is like anywhere close to being capable to do that.
No,
and I guess he's just at this point is like, yeah, he's definitely better than Mason Rudolph, but like, is he he's the 20th best quarterback in the league? Probably. Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers at 60% of what he was at his peak is still better than Mason Rudolph, and that's how come he's their starter right now.
Yeah. And that's why you knew he was going to be the starter at draft night, because there's no fucking way the Pittsburgh Steelers would be like, all right, let's roll Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph was so bad last year that people just talk about like him like he was still in the Steelers. He was taking Will Levis to snaps. Yep. They were benching Will Levis for Mason Rudolph last year. But people are just like, yeah, I mean, he's been the Steelers guy for a while now. No, he hasn't.
He wasn't in the system at all last year.
They said, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And had no better options. Which also makes it kind of crazy that they moved on from Russ and Justin Fields too.
Yeah, I guess their list for this offseason, Justin Fields was like the number one option they wanted back, but he got an option to, I guess, go to the Jets and probably have a bigger role.
He probably felt disrespected because he went fucking 6-1, and looked pretty good last year. And they were like, okay, so we're gonna bench you.
Yeah, if the guy who got hurt hitting a blocking sled at quarterback, we're gonna bring him back in.
Fuck. All right. You want to talk any basketball this episode? I know been a little drama with the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah, we got bounced. Thibodeau got fired. Coach hasn't been hired. All the reports are of people we've asked to talk to and that they won't let us talk to. Apparently, that's not a thing if you haven't asked permission in the NBA. It's just a courtesy. You can have the interview if you want to. Coaches can leave when they want to.
I thought that was the case because I know that coaches have just left jobs before.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you know your coach will leave, you're not giving them permission. So
it's a courtesy thing that GMs do in order to make sure that they still have relationships so they can get the phone answered when they call. So, like, if you ask for permission, the idea is you're probably going to get the coach traded to you versus just hiring them outright, which you're allowed to do. It's a favor to the other GM.
That makes sense. I was listening to Monica McNutt earlier today talk about, like, she was like, yeah, I think Ime Udoka could still end up there just because I could see him in New York. And I was like, well, how if they denied permission? And she was kind of explaining, like, yeah, he could still, like, just take another job, break his contract. He might owe some money or he might, like, not get paid some money, but I'm sure he don't give a fuck. No,
yeah, they'll figure it out. So, I mean, we'll see. Giannis is out there, apparently, at least somewhat out there, more out there than he's ever been in the past. That could happen. If that does happen, then that's a drastic shift to what our roster looks like because that probably means Cat is leaving. I think
Cat's leaving.
And I don't know if that's the right call just because I feel like so much of what reduced Cat to what he was for us and was due to Tibbs. Just not ever calling plays for him. And yeah, it's a pretty silly thing to do when you have somebody as skilled as that. Cat's not really good defensively like that. He's not an absolute sieve, but he's not a plus. So if you have him on the floor and you're not like getting him offensive plays, then it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And I feel like him and Brunson just both being so bad on defense is like, you got to have a lot around them, which, you know, Mikal Bridges is nice. Mitchell Robinson is nice. And people find ways to get him off the court.
OG Anunoby.
Yeah, OG is nice. So it's like, it feels like having those two, it feels like a better coach, and not that Tibbs is a bad coach, but just a better coach should be able to take that same starting five, maybe get a better bench around them and like make something shake without putting Giannis there. It's also kind of crazy to be like, yeah, if Giannis is available, I'm not getting rid of Cat. That feels like kind of the lesser version of like, if Luka Doncic is available, I'm not getting rid of Anthony Davis. Like, you know, Cat's a little worse than Anthony Davis. Luka might, I think Luka's worse than Giannis, but it's, you know, kind of same category of like, yeah, if this guy's available, it doesn't really matter how good Cat is.
Yeah, I mean, and Giannis is that kind of difference maker. I'm just saying, like, we saw Cat get kind of nullified due to coaching. I feel like that same pairing of Brunson and Jalen, somebody could end up getting reduced in a way that we wouldn't want due to coaching if we don't get the coaching hire right. Yeah. So I feel like we still haven't gotten the most out of the roster we currently have. Mitchell Robinson didn't play most of the year, and when he did play, they didn't really experiment with him and Cat being on the floor at the same time, which is like, it's super silly. You're going to use that in the playoffs, and then you don't.
And even in the playoffs, at time, that shit looked dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all won pure playoff games off of that. How bad do you want Obi Toppin back on the team right now?
No, I don't give a fuck, man. Let him cook.
Obi Toppin been cooking.
Yeah, he's cool.
So if the option is get rid of Cat for Kevin Durant, are you doing that?
It really depends on who we have as a coach.
Okay.
Because I need somebody to not get caught up in who Kevin Durant has been, and use that as justification for giving him 38 minutes a game. Like, let's really evaluate like what he's capable of doing today, and then make some decisions about how we play the game and move the ball around.
Yeah.
If we like, so Mike Brown's been one of the names. I feel like Mike Brown is probably tied to the old school status of Kevin Durant as a superstar. I don't feel like he's going to assess that situation and be like, okay, yeah, maybe we only run KD 34, 32 minutes a game or something like that. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, because at the same time, the ball does need to come off of Brunson, but it all has to be cohesive. Like, for all Thibodeau did wrong, like act like Landry Shamet didn't exist until we used him in the playoffs and he turned out to be a good basketball player. He did right. Delon, he did the right thing in making the culture correct inside our locker room. We competed. They cared about winning. Defense was right. Like, it's where your team played harder than the Knicks did. So I feel like he did all of those things correctly. It was just the X's and O's part after that was questionable.
I've seen people make the Mark Jackson to Steve Kerr comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he hands it off to somebody who could be an unknown. Like, I feel like the Billy Donovan to Mark Dagnall handoff is like a good example where it's like you just find a really, really good assistant.
Yep.
And you don't know that you found a really good assistant until they prove that they are one. And
so Rick Brunson has come up, but I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the best player being the coach's son.
That's crazy.
Rick Brunson being an assistant coach, not having full say over Jalen is one thing. Him being his head coach, that doesn't.
Especially when Jalen Brunson as a player is so ball dominant as it is, like your dad to be the one to have to tell you to, I don't know, it don't seem like it's going to be the most honest takes all the time.
After listening to SGA's dad talk, I can't imagine that any NBA dad is going to be like, yo, son, get off the ball.
Yeah, you're going to be proud. You're going to be boastful, like all this stuff that you should be. So I won't fault you for that, but it just means you may be compromised.
I can see Ime Udoka being a real good coach for the Knicks. Honestly.
Oh, yeah. Ime's cold.
Like even with Cat there, just like whipping everybody into shape. He looks so incredibly mad all the time.
He locked in.
Yeah, like uncomfortably mad. We just watched that first on the call sheet, the special on Apple TV where they had Nia. It's all the black women in Hollywood. They had Nia Long on there, and I just can't believe what he did. She's so fucking fine.
I heard that was good.
It's really good. We've only watched the first episode, not the second. I think the second is like Black Men in Hollywood. It's on Apple TV.
Look, man, he's on that semen retention journey. It poisoned his brain.
Who?
Ime
Udoka.
That's funny.
Was he?
Man,
really?
hell no.
I have no sort
of. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he used to. He in Utah.
I think it switched from your mic, Jamal.
Oh shit.
Had OKC Pack Watch on here when they were down 11 and they came back and won. So we don't need to talk about OKC Pack Watch. This is a really good finals, though. I hope OKC loses. I pray.
It is. It's small markets. People complain about that, but it's been good hoop. I ain't gonna make a stink.
Adam Silver went on Fox Sports and was like, well, if it was Green Bay versus Pittsburgh, you guys would applaud it, which is different because those are brands. But like these are small markets, but they're really good fucking teams. Like it's been really fun to watch. There's no argument of that Denver Miami finals wasn't good. It doesn't matter the size of the market.
That was a gentleman's sweep too.
Yeah, it wasn't fun to watch. Yeah, I think Denver lost game 2 or something like that.
I think what's interesting about this finals is the NBA being so copycat. You really can't do that with these teams. Like OKC's like the draft. Like yes, they traded for picks, but like that's a drafted team.
Yeah.
The Pacers are too for the most part. They traded for Halliburton. But other than that, like
it's
a bunch of dudes
him
they
and
drafted.
Pascal Siakam through trades.
Yeah, him and Pascal.
That's Pascal was a second round pick and Halliburton was the 13th pick. So it wasn't like those are like super like highly touted guys that got there.
And then obviously they got Obi Toppin. Wasn't Neesmith
I thought Obi Toppin was gonna be out of the league after he got traded from New York. So I'm not even they got names for sure. But I think, you can't copy what they've done because they've just gotten players and then gotten the absolute most out of all of them.
Yep. And Rick Carlisle's done a hell of a job.
In such different ways. Like the Pacers are playing like the 7-second or less Suns right now, which you don't really see people doing anymore. And then the Thunder play like the fucking Pistons. Just hella defense. And then we got one nigga who will make every midi on you.
Yeah. I just like that. I mean, the Thunder have been throwing like Alex Caruso at the other team's like best offensive player this entire playoffs, but Spicy P for some reason is like the only big that's like, man, fuck that, I'm going at him. Like, it is working.
Hey Blake, I remember in like 2017, 2018, you posting the Rico Hines runs with Pascal Siakam, and he was at every single run, and it was
never
just like.
missed.
Is he the best player we've ever seen? And it was just kind of like, okay, like I'm gonna keep that in mind. And like, for it to be 2025 and like, yeah, he won a championship, but he is like a dominant ball player right now.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Yeah, that nigga is fucking nice.
Shout out
to Halliburton too. I don't know what category you're supposed to put Halliburton in. He might be the best basketball player I've ever seen, or the most mid basketball player I've ever seen in the same game. But a motherfucker that's that clutch. Hey, I'm rooting for him.
He's like a fully loaded Honda Accord, like every bell and whistle. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah, he got a V8 in it somehow.
Yeah, it's nice as shit, but it's like, damn, there's still an Accord.
That's a great fucking comparison.
That's funny as fuck.
Tyree, I feel like he's reached the peak of every kind of like point guard. We thought like, oh, this is what De'Aaron Fox was supposed to be. This is what like Colin Sexton was supposed to be. This is what
Trae Young
was supposed to be. This is what Trae Young's supposed to be. He's the pinnacle of all of them. Like, hey, you could be like a top 3 point guard if you like really locked in, and they just haven't done it. Trae Young hasn't had a run like this yet. And there's no reason.
I don't want to talk
not
about
like
it.
this, but like he had a playoff run where they got
he had a
finals.
playoff run, and it still didn't look as good as this.
Trae Young be putting up, man. Trae Young's probably 25 and 12. I know he led the league in assists again this year. Like
probably,
yeah. It's just
him and Halliburton be going back.
The run this run isn't as good as Halliburton's because obviously he went to the finals, but like and him the game winner like every series is kind of crazy. So like I get what you're saying, but I think like I don't think they're like hella far apart. Like,
Y'all like Halliburton?
I think both of those guys are top 5 point guards.
Y'all like Halliburton more than Ja?
I don't know because I feel like this was Ja's pretty much first year back from injuries, really, or and had to suspension shit.
And, I don't, but I can see how somebody would.
Yeah, I can see both sides of that.
Yeah, because Ja's fucking nice. He wasn't.
No, 2 years ago, Ja was an MVP candidate.
But when Ja's cooking, Ja is
nice. He was gone for winning games.
They definitely have different jobs. I say that much.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, one of them the driver, one of them's a shooter.
Triple entendre. Don't ask me.
Don't even ask me how. All right,
I'm good.
This was a good first episode back for me. I had a good time, man. I miss you guys, man.
Your audio's good in that room. I like it.
Yeah. And once I get a couple of, I'm gonna do a couple things, put some soundproofing around, but put a little booth in here. I'm about to have Rhapsody the basement in this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's less street noise.
Oh yeah, there's no street noise. Hey, there's no street nearby right now.
That's hilarious. Do you miss the E?
No, not really. No, not. I feel like my lifestyle's changed a little bit. I be shopping in Puyallup now.
Any good like neighborhood haunts you done hit? Like any like either whether it be a restaurant or just local things you done ran into out there?
So we're real close to PLU, so we have like all the little like I don't want to say like college bars, but there's a couple little bars and shit out here. A little spot called the Haven, go there, play a little bit of pool, get you some cheap drinks. They got Pirelli's right down the street.
You got Peter Pit out that way.
Oh yeah, you right over there.
Nah, Peter Pit's gone. Peter Pit, I think.
Oh, it's gone?
I don't know if there's a Peter Pit left in Washington anymore.
Damn, there was one right by PLU. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, they're up out of here. But they do got a Buffalo Wild Wings Go. So they got like you can't eat there, but you can get Buffalo Wild Wings like delivered or pick up right down the street, right next to Pirelli's, little Jersey Mike's. We got a Laka bar, little Vietnamese spot. Yeah, we got a bunch of little shit. Trapper Sushi. Shout out to Frankie.
Hey, R.I.P. the General.
Yeah, shout out to the Sushi Crib.
Man,
man. Got a couple dope little spots over here. Yeah, it's a nice little vibe.
Damn, man, R.I.P. Frankie. Fuck
the Dragon Roll Loke.
Hey, the Costco Puyallup closer to the Tacoma Puyallup, and that one don't be as busy. So I got options now of where I want to go. Yeah,
just going down that hill.
Yeah, we nice in the little cut over here. I like it.
All right. Closer
and
to the mountain too.
And my address still say Tacoma. So
for now.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Annexation a motherfucker.
Yeah, because it don't get to Parkland till like past 116th, right?
No, 96.
You can still be past 96 and still have a Tacoma address?
It says welcome to Parkland when you cross over, but that's just Tacoma.
Oh.
But yeah, my address is Tacoma, Washington, 98444.
That's crazy. Damn, man, we left the biddy, Tyrell.
Hey, This what gentrification does to real niggas, man.
Not running from the grind.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not running from the grind. I'm running from the poverty.
It's hilarious. Like we can literally just drive like 2-3 minutes down one street, be back in Tacoma.
I'm a 3-minute bike ride away from Tacoma. It don't take me no time at all.
I thought your address was Tacoma, so you shouldn't. Why are you saying that? So you don't feel like you're in Tacoma? That's crazy. We got him.
Damn,
we got him.
They were faking the funk.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey man. We'll be back.
Hopefully, at a now. I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everybody's locked in where they need to be.
Yeah.
Hey Blake, when you come back for the draft, don't tell your family we're here so we can record another live pod. That was a great time.
I'm trying to just bring another Tupperware thing full of 15 ribs.
Hey, we're doing the draft at my house. You pull up to the crib. I'm gonna have the library set up for us. Hey, we can have a little podcast studio. We'll look like we're 5:20 in the morning or something.
I'll bring a microphone and a stand. I won't have the lavalier mic. I'll have the actual microphone.
Hey, come on, let's get it.
Yeah, laptop, whole thing.
Yeah, look forward to the second biannual live pod.
Yep,
ribs provided.
It also will be in Tacoma, even though he said it's not Tacoma.
We'll put all his address and stuff in the.
I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you.
Hey man, glad we back, man.
County Records Office, y'all look it up.
From 200, we out.
Can't wait.
Hopefully this shit uploads. Let's go.